Hello, HoloNet. We are here at 401 Games on a Wednesday night with the Prototype Toronto League Semifinals. I'm Aaron P., and I'm here with
Emily P., no relation.
You stole my joke. We've got Tim Ralphs versus Stephen Buey. And these guys you've seen these guys in the past couple of weeks. Tim's been making his way to the top of the league, as well as doing well in system opens and whatnot around the world, as he does. Tim Ralphs is also known by the pseudonym Timbo Slice, and also Canadian Tim. Steve Buey is a local dude. He's not really played much competitively. In fact, this league season might be one of the first times he's played something semi-competitive. But he's been doing well. We saw him stomp Phillip last week. Did you see that game, Em?
I did not see that game.
He had PS advantage with 3 defenders, with the tie D and some cannons over Phillip's mixed rebel list, and it was a bloodbath, a real bloodbath. So they're just setting up rocks right now, and we can see one of Steve's lovely homemade asteroids there on the table. Stick it out above.
Does he have them for every rock available?
He does.
Nice.
He does. Yeah, I think he really did handcraft these too. Like, if you look at those bases, I think he cut that plastic out.
Nice.
In order to get the shapes.
So we're just going to get these guys all set up, and then we're going to have a little chat with them about their plans of action here.
What they're thinking. And we'll wait on introducing those lists, I guess, till we're in the game proper. Just because we want it to be in there later on when it's...
This is all going to be cut out anyway.
Yeah. So we could say really wild things right now. And
well, anyone who's listening live will judge us, but everyone else will have no idea what happened.
Right.
I love the 3D asteroids, but I've always found them to be more of a hindrance while you're playing. Like, if you have to fly over them and then you got to pull them up and then you knock everything all over the place.
Absolutely. So both Steven and Josh Jerkson, that's the creator of HOTAC, Hot ACs, it's sometimes known. Both of them would use them, and like after a certain point I stopped indulging them, and I'd just be like, nah, you can't use them, too bad. Sorry.
I have a set that my boyfriend made really early on into X-Wing, and they actually screw into the bases.
Wow.
So they're way more effort than they're worth, so they've not seen a table for a really long time.
And we're just waiting on some action here. We've got ships being set up. Yeah, you're right, Alkaline Divide. There's so much judging. The judge even has a special hat to do his judging. No, wait, that's his usual hat.
I don't play anymore. I just come here and judge everyone.
You're good at it. Very judgy. So we've got Tim reprising his double ghosts, which are the list really that he cut his competitive teeth on long before he started playing those double Shadowcasters.
Yeah, I'm excited to see these because I am a big fan of the Ghost. As broken as everyone might think it is, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, my main complaint is reserved for TLT Ghost, which we don't have here. We've got friggin' torpedoes on these ghosts.
Right, so you can use the rear arc. I built a couple of double ghost lists, and I always send them over to Tim to ask for some critiques, and he always goes, no, you have to do something with the back arc. You got to put some torpedoes in there.
Right on. Yeah. I mean, I've seen the back arc be huge in games where it's loaded with torpedoes. And when you're chasing a ghost around, if you can just position yourself behind it at range 2 and be safe because there's no torpedoes, that's such an easy strategy to do with, say, Whisper.
Right. So it looks like Tim's got the initiative because his Kanan has gone down before Countdown and the Bomber.
Yeah,
so we're just going to get Steven all set up, and then we're going to talk to him about some strategy, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Your nose!
It's begun.
Alkaline Divide says TLT Ghost will save your life someday. He or she says.
It's only got a couple more months.
Yeah. You know, that it might do that, but I've killed it so many times with as much brutality as I've managed to muster. It's one of those ships like Dash. I enjoy a special kind of pleasure in destroying and taking off the board. Death to fat turrets. Death to 1.0 fat turrets.
Oh, we've got Tim over here.
We got Tim. Come on in and sit down, please, Tim.
Am I doing the interview?
Doing the interview. How you doing, Tim? How you feeling?
I'm good, guys. How are you doing today?
All right, so you've brought your double ghosts out of... Have they been in retirement? I haven't seen them for a while. You shook the dust off of them.
Yeah, bombs and harpoon missiles made them very sad.
So which rocks did you bring, and what was your thought process in this kind of setup we've got here?
Sure, thanks for asking. So we got the 2 debris clouds on either corners. Those were me. I put them at 3 and 3, so I know how to judge my 5Ks better.
Right, that's a good trick.
As you said, it's been a while since I played these guys, so I'm probably going to be a little rusty.
Debris is always good.
And then I brought the little mustache guy over on the side, just because I like having that kind of setup. It is rocks almost range one from each other, but there's enough room in between them that it's a little bit more comfortable for big, clunky,
the big bases,
garbage truck type ships making hard turns.
And the mustache is the most dangerous rock in the whole game.
It absolutely is.
100%, yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think your main strategy here is up against Steven? So he's got some Imperial stuff. We got a Whisper in there, which could be a little frightening with the high attack power.
Yeah, I really don't think the Gamma Squadron veteran can live for very long if I want to have a chance. I don't like his face. And
he's got a lot of weapons on there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of torps, a lot of everything, especially that advanced proton torpedo. He's giving me initiative, so I get to shoot first, but there's still simultaneous fire there.
Right.
So I've got to be careful on that. Countdown can eat torps and stuff, so I can't waste them on him. And Whisper is going to be a late game monster, so we'll see how it goes.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say ahead of this game, or?
Big shout out to everybody from the PTL and GRX who made it down to Origins over the weekend. We had a blast of a time, and thank you, Em, for casting the league so far.
All right.
And a big shout out to VWTV Live. They work tirelessly for us. We love them a lot.
All right. Thanks, Tim. Good luck.
Thanks, Tim.
You could do the next interview.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, what do I say?
Well, you did good.
Like, what did we say last time? We'll cut that later.
Yeah, maybe. Yo,
Welcome.
Steven, welcome. Come on in.
Hi,
sit
guys.
down. How you feeling, man?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible matchup for me. I don't think it's... Oh, sorry. Am I a little...
Yeah.
far?
Get up on the mic.
Get close.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's looking good. So, why'd you bring this list?
I practiced something like it before when I was going to do a Merc match with, like, Alan Fung. It was not a league match.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I thought it would just... Honestly, I just thought it would be a fun list. It's good against a lot of little things. It's got, sort of a blocker, I'm sorry, I'm losing words. Like a little,
No worries.
I think Whisper is good for my end game. And my bomber is good for initial, one shot. I'm probably not going to get much out of him. He's too heavily loaded.
Uh-huh.
He's probably dead pretty quick, to be honest. But
Lightweight frame might help you there.
that's why I have it, just because I think he, give him a little bit survivability, hopefully get 2 off.
Yeah. Any thoughts on rock placement here? What'd you do? What you did?
I originally wanted to lane in the middle so that no matter where he deploys, I can kind of cut in.
Yep.
I didn't do that just because he's going to start stacking tokens, right? His list is designed like, so he wants to stall for time. I probably still could have came up the middle, but I think it's just better for me to try to get behind the ghost, get get a target lock. Hopefully you won't be able to shut the proton back. Gives my bomber a little bit more time, a little more survivability. I don't want to take them both at once. I'm trying to kill number one first, the Kanan.
Yeah.
Just because it has the auto thruster turret.
Auto blaster.
Which really cuts my end game for Whisper. Right. If I can take that one out, I think Whisper has a very good chance of surviving, and so that's really what I'm going to do.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thanks,
Steven.
man.
Have fun, man.
All right. Yeah, I will.
Cheers. Alrighty, so they've kind of gone into the lists there. So let's run them through and be comprehensive. Would you like to take the ghosts since that's your jam?
So on Tim's side, we've got a double ghost list with Kanan Jarrus, advanced sensors.
Sorry, could you hold on a sec? We've got some technical things happening, things that are technical.
So he did Agent Callus on Chopper just now.
Okay, so it looks like Agent Callus has gone on Chopper.
Oh, okay.
So Victor's going to give us a signal when we can. All right, so go ahead. Sorry to interrupt him.
All right, I'll start from the top. So on Tim's side, we've got his double ghost build. It's Kanan Jarrus with the advanced sensors, auto blaster turret, plasma torpedoes, Ray, Jin Erso, and guidance chips. And Chopper with fire control system, sync turret, Ezra Bridger, guidance chips, plasma torps, and Hira Syndulla. So we're going to see, like Steven said, a lot of token stacking on Kanan's side. And those torpedoes for the rear shots are going to be really important, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. They at least present that no-go bubble to the other side when the butt arc. Now, advanced sensors on Kanan is actually pretty tricksy.
Yeah, stop him from being blocked and missing out on all his actions that are super, super important to his whole strategy.
Yep. I mean, he can go ahead and just grab a couple focus tokens with his Jin Erso card before he moves. And that's pretty wild. I'm interested to see how the sync turret performs here, too. It's a choice to go with that instead of the auto blaster, the second auto blaster. Okay, meanwhile, over here on Steven's side, we have Whisper with what came to be the final Whisper build before she was retired from most competitive play. She's got VI, FCS, Agent Callus, and as we heard before, Callus has been taken on Chopper and the advanced cloaking device. So nothing particularly surprising there. It will allow him hopefully to stay at range 3 and out of arc of those ghosts with Whisper and take some shots.
Right.
That's what he'll be aiming for.
Yeah.
Then we have a very heavy Gamma Squad vet. Look at that guy, 36 points. He's got Push the Limit. Advanced Protorps, haven't seen those since Wave 2.
Yeah.
The ubiquitous Harpoon missile, extra munitions, and a lightweight frame for defense instead of chips. Now with a push there, he's going to be able to grab a target lock and a focus on anybody who's foolish enough to turn up range 1 from him. And of course, he's got the Harpoon to fire from range 3.
Yeah,
and
you
2.
don't want to deal with either of those things, especially if you're a ghost with no agility.
Yeah, on the other hand, I mean, you do have 6 shields, so you could probably eat one of those things if you could totally mash the bomber into oblivion in that round. And finally, we have my favorite and yours in the whole game, at least as far as 1.0 goes, Countdown. Countdown can, of course, instead of taking damage normally from an attack, if he is not stressed, take a stress and a face-down damage card instead of whatever damage he would have been dealt. Now, this Countdown is missing lightweight frame, so he's running around naked here with nothing but those ailerons. And he's actually, weirdly in this match, going to move after all of Tim's guys. In fact, all of Steven's guys move after Tim's guys.
That's right.
So that's a bit wild. This looks like a rough matchup to me for Steven.
I was asking Steven about his list when I first got here, and he looked at his bomber and he went, "Oh, this might be a bit of a points pinata."
Yeah.
So he's worried about that. He's painted a big target on there. Look at all the things on here.
Mm-hmm.
So he said his primary target is going to be Kanan, but he put his Agent Callus on Chopper. Do you think that's to do with the return fire issue?
Yeah, I think it's a good call. I used to do the same thing when I was flying a Whisper against, TLT Ghosts and a lot of other stuff with very good range 3 firepower. Since you can't dodge those guys all the time, and since they're taking multiple shots with TLTs, Agent Callus is nice to defend against the ship that you're not going to kill first.
Right, okay.
But here there's no TLTs. There will probably still be fire from that sync turret, though, at range 2 out of arc. So I think it's a good call. Whether or not it'll be enough to defend against these guys is another question. So I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay. We see Tim has some fancy templates. Wonder where he got those.
Fancy guy.
And we've got Chop burning on out. Pretty nice spot for banking in for Chopper there.
Yeah, the rocks are set up really well for that.
And Kanan can ride that back edge, make those other guys come to him.
All right, Steven is starting.
So
is this the move or the adaptive aileron?
That's the aileron.
It's still an optional thing, right? In first edition, or
nope. It's necessary.
Oh, right, it's built in second edition. I
Yeah.
keep mixing up what's happening.
Only the pilot Duchess can decide not to do it.
Okay.
I mean, you can not equip advanced ailerons in 1.0, and in that case, you don't do it. But then, of course, you're a slow little ship with...
They were meant to be speedy.
Absolutely. So we got Countdown swinging out and going fast. I mean, he had to get away from that rock there. He didn't want to be stuck behind that. But it looks like he's lunging his way towards the ghosts over there. And he takes an evade, just in case Kanan comes in hot, which I doubt he will.
Kanan's already moved for now.
Yeah. All right. Then we have Super Gamma.
I feel like he needs more of a name than just Gamma Squadron Veteran.
Yeah, what should we call him?
You're better at naming than I am.
Let's call him... Let's assume he's like a captain.
Captain Bomb.
Captain Bomb. Captain Heavy. How about Captain Heavy?
All right.
And we got a 4 straight from Whisper. I mean, it's very nice for Steven that he's got Captain Heavy and Countdown moving at the same time. Oh, I guess Kanan's already moved.
Yeah, that's right.
Can we see his ray card? I can't make out his ray card. Oh, yeah, it's right there in the corner. It's an alt art made by Stephen Kim.
Oh, very nice. All right, so Whisper is not cloaked.
No, I think she's cloaked. Captain Nuclear, says Tommy Adams. Okay, well,
Yeah, that's probably better.
Let's keep taking suggestions. Captain Nuke, sure. At some point, maybe Captain Nuked. Captain Vapor Trail. Captain Ash Heap, maybe.
Just all the munitions.
Yeah. Not sure what's happening with tokens here.
I think we're just back to the planning phase.
So Whisper can try for a range 3 engagement with Kanan.
Yeah, it looks like Tim's kind of got both of his sides covered here. He can, keep going straight with either of his guys and kind of keep those arcs on no matter where Steven is going at this point. There's no sneaking up.
Yeah. Looks like Tim might actually have to play Steven's game here and have Kanan wander out into the field of fire of all three of those ships. What does a 3 hard with Captain Grandma do for Steven? Munitions Man is another suggestion from Stephen Down. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, I think we're just going to see a short move there from Kanan, hoping to just have maybe one of the guys in range shoot a nice primary shot and try and get some damage in before all of those ships are on him.
Yeah. Chop can do a 2-turn here.
Oh, yeah.
And he's stressed, but he's got Ezra, so that kind of works out for him. He's got some kind of dice mod if he does that. I think it was a pretty good move for Steven to come up this board edge instead of spreading out. The danger is, of course, that he might get trapped in there.
Yeah, that's true. Those 2 giant ships are going to be right in his way.
Mm-hmm. They're bullies. They like smash into you with a whole bunch of blocks and stuff. Despite how they're portrayed on the TV show, Kanan and Chopper are not nice people.
I never thought Chopper was nice.
That's true. He's kind of mean. I think he's my favorite Star Wars droid ever.
I'm a big fan of all of the droids, but especially Chopper.
Yeah. Wah, wah.
All right, I think we've got all the dials set.
Steven's checking it twice.
It's important.
And we got a 3-bank. Kanan hitting the engines.
That would
coming
be
in.
Chopper moving first.
You're right.
We've
I'm totally
had them
confused.
mixed up.
Wow. Yep.
They're
Totally
labeled
our
and
fault.
everything.
Yep. And we still messed it up. And Kanan's the taller one. Okay. So, Chop is coming in for a block on countdown. Taking the evade.
Take the evade.
Kanan is just engaging. Wow. Well, that totally changes everything,
Yeah, he
doesn't
took
it?
an early stress and then didn't clear it before engaging. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kanan wants those tokens a lot. So you think we'll see a bump here from Countdown?
Yep, unless Steven saw it coming. Could be as a 2-bank, and what he could do is he could aileron 1 straight and then 2-bank and end up just on the other side of Chopper's arc. So, Death Dream asks, does anyone in your meta play TIE Swarm or X-Wing Swarm? Well, as of tomorrow, when Saw Gerrera's guys drop, whoa, he's going wide. You're going to see tons of those X-Wing Swarms,
Everyone's
I'm
going to
sure.
play an X-Wing Swarm.
And, I mean, we used to have a bunch of players who played TIE Swarm like it was a religion. But it's been a long time since that religion had any hold in this galaxy. Ooh, I think Countdown has just gone and lost himself an arc.
Looks out of arc.
He could barrel roll in and get shot by both ships. But he'll be taking some damage then.
Yeah, I think he might just be out of Chopper's arc, though, too.
Yeah. Well, Chopper does have a sync turret, but he needs a target lock to shoot it.
What's the range on Sync Turret? Is it
1 to 2.
1 to 2? Right.
Yeah. But it requires a target lock to fire? Yeah. In the same way that Blaster Turret needs a focus token. All things which will no longer exist in 2.0, happily.
Woohoo! All right. Here comes our
Captain Heavy,
Captain Heavy.
the munitions man. You can set that to the tune of Heart's Magic Man if you like.
He's going right in there. I think we're going to see him lay down some pain.
Oh, yeah. Get that target lock. Yeah, that's in range, Steve.
Just wants to double check. Never hurts to throw down a range ruler.
He's so heavy. Yeah, that's it. No more karaoke for me. Whisper didn't decloak.
Whisper was not cloaked to begin with.
3-turn, perhaps? 2-turn.
2-turn.
Will she fit? I think she'll fit.
I think so.
She's going to fit. Wow. Just facing off. Well, Tim has 0 mods on attack here.
Yeah.
And the Imperials have some mods, but Countdown might not have arc. So we'll see how this goes.
I think Steven has a pretty good chance of laying a little bit of hurt into Chopper there.
Mm-hmm.
Get some, start chipping away.
Knock some shields off that guy. I'm really interested to see how ghosts work in 2.0, what with that reinforce action.
Yeah, they're going to be interesting. They're definitely going to be fairly different.
Yeah. All right, we have Whisper shooting on somebody. That looks like some pretty decent dice. 2 hits. And Tim just takes the damage.
Just took the shields.
That was on Chop. Yep.
All right.
Say, Victor, could you... Thank you. So they're having a conversation.
Yeah, I think they're working on Kanan's shot right now.
There we go. Whisper's got all her stuff. So it's Kanan's shot, and it's just one. Who is the target? Is it Captain Heavy? We'll see by the number of dice.
That's 3
dice. Looks like it's Captain Heavy. And that'll be Chopper. Just 1. So was that any damage at all for the captain? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not
And
sure
now it's the captain's turn. Go, Captain Heavy. Everyone on the internet is rooting for you. It's your
Lay
time
on
to
the
shine,
hurt.
buddy. Don't know what he's thinking about. It's time to shoot somebody with a harpoon missile.
He's got green dice in his hand.
Yeah, there's some sort of conversation with the 2 players and the judge happening.
I think Whisper forgot her FCS.
Oh, I see. All right, folks, we're just going to pause for a moment. Oh, I see. There was some confusion going on there, folks. No big deal. Timeout? Oh, we're still on a timeout.
He just forgot. So his list is correct.
Uh-huh.
He just forgot that I like frame card. So he forgot to bring up the
I see. Okay, so we're just working on stuff here.
So Steven's forgotten one of his cards. He's forgotten the frame for the bomber, so he's going to look at that, right?
Okay, so it's going to be in effect then for this game?
That was the list he submitted. We
Yeah.
just don't have the card on the table. We'll look
Sure.
at it.
All right, so a missing card was causing some confusion. Things will continue with the lists as listed. I think the Ghost is going to be really interesting, what with the TLT gone and the ability to, when you add the shuttles, just double tap, take a second shot out the rear only.
Yeah, and you won't have that torpedo out the rear anymore.
Presumably.
Oh, that's true. We don't know that for sure.
Yeah. I'm going to be right back.
All right.
So I'm going to jump in for a second. So lightweight frame, that's a card that would have significantly changed.
That's a really big deal because the Bombers only have 2 green dice. And with lightweight frames, it says if your opponent has rolled more than 2 dice, you can add an extra die. So it would give him a third evade die, which is really important to keeping it alive. So are we still looking for the card? Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, I think they figured it out, right? We're just waiting for them to come back from timeout, and then we'll resume.
Oh boy. So Alkaline Divide says 2.0 Ghost makes me sad so far. It makes me jubilant. I'm really looking forward to seeing it as a jousting list, not unlike the ones that Tim is running here. I like them as jousting
I'll probably
ships.
run a couple of double ghost lists myself when it all drops.
And the estimated point cost, or the preliminary point cost we've seen for a Lothal Rebel, is somewhere in the 70s, if I'm not wrong.
So that's about on par to what it is now, isn't it?
I'm not sure what it is now.
What's 70 divided by 2?
I think it's 40. It's about 40, right? So it's a bit cheaper.
No, I think that puts it about the same.
Yeah.
30 something.
Yeah. Is that what it was before?
Yeah. I think the Lothal is 30 some odd, 30, 34, something like that.
But compared to the point scaling that we've seen so far for the other 2.0 ships, it'll be fairly cheap. Should be interesting. Okay, we've got what must be the harpoon missile shot going on from Steven here. And he's thinking about it, and he's spending the target lock to reroll.
Do it.
Remaining
Yeah,
die, and
there
he
you
gets
go.
3 and a crit. So Chopper's going to lose his remaining 2 shields
Spent
and
the
take a
evade.
hit. Oh, no, crit. Looks like a direct.
And he's
All
going
right.
to get harpooned.
Mm-hmm. Directed. So that's not...
I guess Countdown had no shot.
Oh, I see. So we're using a special token for the harpoons. Well, that went pretty amazingly for Steven.
Yeah. He took 1 damage on his bomber and did quite a bit of damage to Chopper.
Now he's got to get Chopper, of course. And Steven's left Whisper in a position which isn't great. Looks like she can't decloak left, which means she can only decloak right. And she could decloak forward.
I'm not sure she could decloak to either side, could she?
I think she's got enough for the 2 straight that way. Guillaume Leclerc asks, who painted Tim Bow's ghosts? Is that Eric Z's work? Yes, of course it is. That is some Eric Z original stuff right there. They are indeed amazing.
Didn't Calvin do them?
Oh, maybe it was.
I think it might have been Calvin.
No, I think it was Kelvin. Okay, sorry, folks. Kelvin did them. Well, that was a faux pas.
Neither of us know what we're talking about, but I think it was Calvin.
Yeah.
I guess we could ask him.
We'll have to ask him later. Well, that's a pretty huge faux pas for me on stream. Misassigning the artwork to the wrong person. Yeah, so Whisper has to do something here. Now, of course, a lot of people in this situation would like to decloak right with Whisper if it fits.
Maybe Whisper just stays cloaked and leaves and comes back around with better positioning later.
Maybe. What is Tim going to do here?
Yeah, Tim's pointing really nicely at that debris cloud with both of his ships.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they don't... I mean, Kanan cares about stress, and he's still stressed right now, so... Yep. Chopper doesn't care so much. He's got Ezra.
Yeah, I mean...
And Hera. So, yeah, Chopper doesn't mind being stressed.
He has to move first, but... So Whisper's decloaking forward. Oh, dear. That probably means there's a good chance he's going to K-turn Whisper here. I'm not sure if that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else he could really do, though.
At least it blocks Chopper's forward move, which Chopper is not doing.
No, Chopper is turning in. Maybe a self-block on Kane in there.
I think so.
Clearish stress at least.
I hear a die hit the floor. This is some debris being rolled for.
That's a crit.
It's a crit. Well, that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Can't make that up. We'll see shortly. Oh, must have been a major explosion, and he takes another crit. Oh, brutal.
Wow, that's
brutal.
the worst debris cloud I've ever seen.
Major explosion, and what was the second one? One Wonders. Ah, well, Victor's on top of it. Weapons failure.
Weapons failure. That really sucks as well. That was a really rough move.
That was a whole real big bag of just worst luck possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see where that'll leave us. 2 more hull down. Wow.
Sure, Steven's happy with that move.
All the free ones? Yeah.
Just straight
However,
from the
looks
bomber.
like Tim's gambit has worked, and the bomber does not have arc
Right.
for the proton torpedoes. So even though it cost him dearly, he's dodged that arc. So the bomber could barrel roll to the north and try to get arc on somebody, but he's not going to be able to launch the Protorp without... Or he could launch the Protorp without both tokens, but it would be a bit wild.
Looks like he's just going to focus up and stay where he is. All right, we've got our ailerons.
Mm-hmm. And that's actually quite nice for Countdown in this matchup. Lots of decision-making can be made after he sees what Tim did.
That's super handy.
Looks like we've got a 2-turn.
Setting up for a nice shot there.
Getting right up in Chopper's
Right in there.
backside. This is going to be a fast and brutal one.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by that move from Chopper, and I think Steven might have been as well.
Clearly, I mean, he's got no way to shoot that Protorp. Now, it would be really interesting if Whisper does a K-turn here. Oh, he's barrel rolling our boy Countdown.
Huh.
Going back.
I'm surprised by that. It looked like he had a nice range 1 shot on Chopper, who's already taken a ton of damage.
Yeah. It looks like oh, I guess we'll wait and see what it is. Is it a 4 straight?
It looks like a straight.
So he did what you suggested and just got the heck out.
Yeah, gonna probably just cloak and come back around.
Well, chances are that's the only thing that can shoot him here is an auto blaster turret, so it makes no difference on defense whether or not he can cloak or not.
That sync turret could hit him too.
Again, sync turret can only fire at him with the target lock. So the only person that Chopper can shoot with the target lock is Captain Splendid Pants down there. Number
Good
2.
thing you're here.
Fought against these guys a couple of times. He is barrel rolling with Chopper, with Whisper to get away, to attempt to get away from the auto blaster turret. It's also decent positionally, but it does mean that Whisper will be coming out next round uncloaked, facing the wrong way.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So that's pretty good news.
Looks like he escaped the range.
Mm-hmm. So Kanan feeds himself a focus token with Ray. And we've got some more garbage dice luck for Tim.
Yeah, that was...
Kanan rolls 1, and it is evaded by the bomber.
That
wow,
little
that was
bomber.
Bad luck. And then Chopper's making the decision. Oh, no, it's Countdown shot.
Right, I think we were checking arc with the bomber, which he doesn't have. Now
So
Countdown.
There's Kanan's ability being used. So this will be 1 less die, whoever the target is.
Right.
And it's 2 hits and a crit.
That's a really nice roll.
Fire. 1, 2, 3 crit is... Looks like another weapons failure.
I was going to say,
something.
it looks like he drew the other weapons failure.
Now, do those stack?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
That's interesting. I've never actually considered that, whether or not they stack.
It'll be the same thing with the limited agility card. Oh, well, I guess the judge will decide. And a major hull breach, just for fun.
Okay, Chopper will shoot at the bomber here. Okay.
Oh, I can hear Tim from here now.
So I'm going to use my same turret.
Oh, look, Sharif has stopped in for a visit. Long time since I've seen him. It's not Sharif, it's just Devin. Okay, never mind. Hey, Sharif, wherever you are out there. We miss you, buddy.
All right. Looks like the synced turret.
He's firing the sync turret. He's got...
Hit crit?
I'm not sure why he didn't fire a torp there.
Does he have the range for a torp?
Good point.
That looks like it might be a 1. No, he would have had an extra die on the turret.
And Steven just evades
I
it.
can't believe the green dice on this bomber.
Yep.
I'm going to call him Captain Evade.
All right, there we go. Captain can't touch this.
I'm seriously blown away by the green dice on that side.
Yeah, that's some luck. Steven has had some nice dice here.
I mean, Tim hasn't had a lot of modifiers, but still.
Well, what do you do now if you're Tim?
Huh. I don't know. Kanan is not in such a good position right now. But, I mean, if I'm Steven, I'm finishing off Chopper because why wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm. I think if I were Tim, I would just bump into Kanan again.
Yeah?
Go nowhere.
And then hope that Steven flies all of his ships right into you because he didn't see you staying in the same spot.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good strategy.
I mean, the last thing you want is Whisper and Countdown shooting at you, or 2 of those 3 ships shooting at you before you get a chance to shoot. You might survive one. Actually, he's got Kanan's help. Kanan still has 1 focus token left on Ray, so we can reduce the shot by 1 damage die.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, I know what happened to the sync turret. Weapons failure applied.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing they're better at keeping track of this stuff than we are.
I mean, I missed it too.
Tim does have down the nice critical tokens, which are super important, and people who don't use the critical tokens are the worst.
They are.
I'm calling you all out right now. All right, so we are seeing Chopper move.
So the major hull breach was flipped down there as Chopper's action.
That's an interesting choice with only 2 hull remaining anyway.
Yeah, I mean...
I think I might have preferred even an evade token over that.
Maybe. Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe he plans to use Kanan to block, but I don't see how. There's no stall move there. Maybe he's just written Chopper off, and he's getting Kanan out into a good hunting position. So Kanan is doing some advanced. Oh, okay. With Kanan just now? Oh my. So Kanan has just suffered a damage from passing through that debris.
The debris did another damage?
It did.
But he did advance sensors for the target lock, right?
He did, yep. So he's got that plasma torp.
You're going to bank this way and to that way.
Countdown is doing an ailerons to the left. And then he's going to bank 2. Give himself a range 1 on Chopper.
Totally called Chopper's move there, I guess.
With the aileron, there was little Chopper could do, I think, except
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
like. You know, 3-turn from the bomber. He really means to kill Chopper.
Yeah, he's not letting Chopper get out of this one.
Who did Kanan target lock?
Kanan target locked the bomber.
Right. What were you calling him? Captain Dodge a lot?
I think I just said Captain Evade, but I like Dodge a lot.
Dodge a lot? MC Dodge a lot? Something going on with target locks. Oh, okay. So Dodge a lot is taking his target lock on Chopper. Masta 9096 says, so Dodge a lot is going to eat a torp? Yeah, looks like it. Because there's nothing else Kanan can fire at anybody.
I think he doesn't even mind, though, because he's going to probably finish off Chopper, and then I think that's a fair trade
Whisper
for
does
Steven.
3K.
3K.
Yep. Stays in the back. All right, so Whisper's got no shot.
Nothing there.
Which is fine by Steven. Doesn't need Whisper to kill Chopper. And we got Plasma Torps
Yep.
from Kanan's butt. And there's a decent die roll.
That was a good
Chips
roll.
for 3 and a crit. Now let's see if Sir Dodge-a-lot lives up to his sobriquet.
He's got an extra die here for that
He
debris.
does.
So
And the lightweight frame stacks on top of that.
yeah.
So he's actually got 4 dice. Looks like he has no focus token. So we'll see what happens. He's only rolled 3. Oh, he's rolling it separately. He dodges a lot. It's pretty good. So he takes hit crit.
Hit crit, not so terrible.
No, that was more dodging from Dodge a lot. So it's a major hull breach.
Which is going to be rough on the bomber.
And now the killing of Chopper. Using Kanan's ability to drop Countdown down a die.
Yeah.
And Countdown
Spend
has
that
a focus to
focus.
spend.
Yep.
Spends 3. And Chopper.
Chopper's
is gone.
out of there.
All right, so this is hideously bad for Tim.
Yeah, it's not how I expected it to go.
Me neither. I mean, those 3 extra damage or whatever that he took going through that debris cloud.
That's true. That did not help.
No, I mean, that was pretty much unanticipated. Some bad dice luck on Tim's side. Must be said, though, some nice positioning for Countdown there in the middle. Some hot dice from Countdown as well.
And we've seen Kanan spend all of his stacked Ray tokens, so that's going to be rough on him.
Yep. It'd be very hard for him to come back.
He's facing the wrong way. He spent his Plasma Torp.
Yeah, he's in rough shape. So, Masta, we can't check right now if the overlay is correct. Looks like a damage on Countdown. I'm not sure. 3 on Dodge a lot makes sense. Who are the hosts? You're asking about us? I'm Aaron P. And
I'm Emily P.
No relation.
I'll let you have it this time.
And this is, of course, VTTV Live, broadcasting to you here. Now, a reminder for everyone, VTTV Live has a Patreon, so go check that out. Make a donation for some of the finest X-Wing streaming in the world.
In the world.
In the world, yeah. International. And they also do Armada, L5R, and a bunch of other games. So Isaac Carr asked, was there any list building restriction in this league? I believe it was no Fen and no bombs.
Yeah, I think this game looks like it was pretty wide open. So the only restriction would be they can't repeat a named pilot they've already flown. And these guys have already played, 9 games leading up to this? 8
This
in the
would be their
league?
ninth.
And okay.
Yeah. And Tommy Adams is quoting from Monty Python, "What are you going to do, bleed on me?" Well, we'll see. Tim has come back from some really rough situations in the past. If you've seen his games before on stream, he is no slouch.
I was about to say I thought we might see the 5K from Kane in there because he's got to turn around, but
Yeah, I think
he
was
only
stressed.
did it 2 straight.
Don't think the Bomber can get arc from him on him where he is, but Countdown, of course, can pursue him till the end, and all Kanan's got is an Auto Blaster turret.
You don't think the Bomber can get arc with a hard turn of some sort?
Sorry, it could get arc, but it would be stressed.
Right.
Countdown is weirdly flying away.
Regrouping and coming back. Although it would probably be best to stay on Kanan while he's facing the wrong way, too.
That's just the sort of happy accident that Tim needs to come back.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a dial mistake. Maybe he said it the other way. Steven is disengaging. Is that really what's happening? He's disengaging, even though there's 40 minutes left.
Wants to regroup and come in strong. All
guess.
guns blazing.
Is he going to try to kill Kanan with Whisper? Not this round. So, I mean, he's given Tim a round to bank some focuses.
That's really good for Tim. He
Turn
needs
his butt around.
Yeah, needs a little bit of time to turn his ship around. I did not think that Steven would break away.
And Steven is barrel rolling instead of cloaking. Okay, I'm not really sure what Steven is doing here. As you say, he must be planning on regrouping and coming back around.
He doesn't want to chip away. He wants to just blow it up in one go.
It's 14 health there.
I guess he must just be really afraid of that auto blaster turret.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure Countdown's ability works versus the Auto Blaster turret anyway. So, I mean, Countdown's a great piece in this matchup against one Ghost. I mean, you can jam the Countdown in his face, and the best the Ghost can do is drop a damage on him.
Oh, that's true. So, are we going to see K turns from Steven, or do you think he's going to take the long way, hard turning back around?
I think he's just going to try to keep Captain Dodge-a-Lot out of the fight.
Out of the fight, yeah, he's almost gone.
On the whole. He's down to 1 hull, according to our display here. Countdown's down to 3 hull.
All right, well, we'll see what happens.
And Steve, yeah, so I think he'll probably do an aileron and a turn from Countdown. We get a 3 turn from Kanan, so he's stressing himself again. I think that was the only thing he could do. Maybe that 2. Maybe a 2 turn would have cleared. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, at this point, all of Steven's ships have so much distance. Taking that stress for that opportunity to take that big turn was pretty good.
Yeah. And he also wants to stay ahead of Whisper.
He's got a lot of board clearance on there now to play around with for his next bunch of moves.
Yeah. Although he'll probably just want to do the 2 bank and clear that stress. And Countdown is coming back. Heart full of fury and a taste of blood in the air. Oh, it's just a 1 turn. Staying out of engagement range.
Yeah. Makes sense to not come in with just the 1 ship, because I don't think Whisper's going to make it in either.
No. So if you were Steven here, would you turn Whisper or try to chase from behind with a bank?
I think Whisper's going to come up behind, so like a big bank probably.
Mm-hmm.
Have one ship out front, one behind. Chase down that Kanan.
There you go. And now it's time to cloak. Get that speed going.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cloak instead.
All right, looks like no shots this round. Back to dials. Another focus for the focus bank.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Tim, I'm pretty happy with how that just went down. He had time to regroup and get organized.
Yep. What else is green on the ghost style? Apart from the 2 bank?
Well, the 1 and 2 straight, I think, and that's it, other than the banks.
Neither of those is very good. Guess it's the 2 bank then.
Yeah, I would think that you're right.
So it looks like Whisper will probably decloak forward and do another 3 bank.
I would agree with that for sure.
Looks like it'll give her range. Tough to say.
What are we waiting on here? Just countdown style. Yeah, that's not an easy list to play. You have to think about all your decloaks, all your ailerons.
It's fun. I really enjoy lists like that.
I don't have the mind power for it. I like B-wings because you point it somewhere and you hope something's in the arc and then you shoot.
But you do those tricky barrel rolls for blocks and stuff, so there's some similarities. Also, it's a matter of practice, right?
Absolutely.
With strikers, you play a couple dozen games with them, and then you start to get a real feel for them. There it is, the 2 bank, and an evade. If Tim is really lucky, Whisper will remain at range. We've got a 1 bank, and Countdown will probably try to come in on the side of Kanan. Avoid the big primary shot.
Yeah, you don't want to take that right in the face.
No, just going straight in. I imagine he focused, but I cannot see.
Yeah.
Masta 1996 says, does not matter for Countdown. It doesn't matter a whole heck of a lot. I mean, if you're Countdown, you would kind of like to set up a situation where you only take 1 damage. So you don't have to take a stress. And here's the 3 bank. I think that's going to give him range.
Well, that's going to be close, yeah.
I mean, Kanan's still real healthy.
Oh, yeah.
And Steven is barrel rolling.
Closing some of that range. And he's got a good setup to move right between those rocks now.
It's pretty good. There's Steven measuring with his core set range ruler. This guy's hardcore, man. No frills.
Putting down array focus.
And Whisper gets 9.
That really hurts for Whisper.
He's looking at his cards. I thought Callus was on the other ship, but okay.
No, Callus was on Kanan.
Oh, that was about our ship confusion earlier then.
Yeah.
So that was 1 damage. And then Kanan looks like 3 hits.
2 and a crit. Oh,
Yeah.
a hit and 2 crits.
He's just hoping to force, so Steven is reading Countdown's card. He will realize that he can take a stress and a damage. And that's what he does.
Makes sense.
And now he throws some more dice at Kanan, who can still reduce the shot if he remembers. Yep, he does.
Yeah.
So it's just 3 dice. And it is hit crit. And Tim has that evade to spend. So he should only take 1 damage if he remembers the evade.
All right.
So that was pretty good, all things considered, for the Ghost.
Yeah, absolutely. that no hits from Whisper really helped.
Yep. And he's set up to K-turn here if that's what he feels. Of course, Sir Dodgelot is slowly making his way back around.
I don't think his plan was to re-engage, but maybe he'll throw one of his harpoon missiles in there. And
yeah, Tim has to worry about that too. Wow. Half an hour remains in the game.
Lots of time.
Mm-hmm.
Kanan's not in such a bad position, though. Like, he's got some good damage in on that bomber and on Countdown already. Now, Countdown's ability, can he do that multiple times, or is it just once?
He can do it multiple times so long as he's not stressed.
Right, okay.
And the trouble is, once he does it once, he's stressed.
Right.
He should be stressed now. We can't see the stress token. But that means he's not going to get back on Kanan this turn. Whisper might. Masta says Ghost K-turn. Yeah, I don't like that, though, Masta, because I don't want to see Kanan taking a harpoon in this side. So
maybe Kanan does a 3-bank and goes for that bomber, try to finish it off.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, he can grab a focus token with his advanced sensors beforehand.
3-bank is white anyway. Oh, yeah, he'd be going through that debris, though.
Yep.
It's a bump.
Oh, he's being tricksy. So.
Going for a bump?
Yep.
With a slight angle.
Mm-hmm.
Get our judge to work here. Take that monster off of its base.
Whoa. And somebody stumbles and almost knocks the whole table over. 3-bank would be on debris, says Derek Clivier. Yes, but we were saying that he could advance sensors beforehand. But I think he's advanced sensors and then done a hard one. So I think what he's going for here is the Auto Blaster shot on Whisper. Whisper did not decloak.
Oh, you're right.
Did he forget?
Do we think that was an oversight, or?
I have no idea.
This is a really difficult move.
No.
Train track the front, too.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Tim's train of thought here was, how can I be extra difficult right now?
Use up the time that I desperately need to come back in this match? Probably not. Well, we need some theme music as they do this. So, and what's the ship you're most looking forward to in second edition?
Oh my gosh. I'm just looking forward to playing with things that have been collecting dust for ages, like my B-Wings.
Oh, yeah.
I want to bring those bad boys out of retirement.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, everything right now has me really excited.
This is a pork pie hat.
Me too. Except for Dash.
Except for Dash.
So,
you know what? I'm not going to hate on Dash till we see it in play.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to cost a lot, be most of your list.
Yeah.
I think the developers know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Give the people four red attack dice because that's what the people want. I don't know what's happening over there. They're joking and laughing at the table. Oh, yeah. There's some stuff sliding around. Sliding around. You need a judge for judge replacement. Oh, dear. What's happening?
Oh, my goodness. What a mess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to the T65, of course. That's me. But, I'm also excited about the E-Wing. The E-Wing looks neat.
Right.
Well, it's got, like, sort of a version of long-range scanners on it. So you load up torpedoes, get target locks when you're out of range, and then jump in real fast and torp guys. So Countdown does a 3 straight to escape, to get as far as he can away from Kanan. Yikers.
Who's stressed?
So that's stress clearing? Yes.
That was stress clearing. Kanan seems to have taken an evade token with his advanced sensors action. It makes no difference if you evade or not, Steven. And he can't get out of range 1, I think.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Still, an auto blaster shot cannot kill him thanks to his ability. What's most surprising here is that Whisper has not decloaked.
Yeah.
Do you think that was...
I feel like that must have been an oversight.
Yeah.
I don't think Tim, rushed or anything. I feel like he must have at the table been like, all right, so it's start a movement.
Yep. So Countdown is doing a barrel roll. He's going to try to get himself out of range 1. He's got to remove his own rock art. That might have got him out of range 1. I don't think so, but...
Oh, yeah, that's a risky move.
And Sir Dodge-a-Lot, 2 bank here.
Coming around the corner.
Something leisurely. Yeah. He's doing a 3-turn. So Tim is indicating a signal for speeding stuff up. And Steven seems to be just...
I think Steven just realized that he forgot to decloak.
Oh, no. What's happening? Got a 2-bank from the Phantom, which isn't immediately lethal, but won't allow her to shoot either. Well, it looks like there'll be no shots for Kanan or on Kanan this round, unless he has that auto blaster shot.
Yeah,
on
it's definitely
Countdown.
worth measuring.
There was a lot of time at that point. I thought it was intentional.
Definitely looking forward to playing me some A-Wings with 2.0.
So you mentioned all Rebel ships. Is that your go-to faction?
I mean, it is. I love Rebel ships. I like them aesthetically. I like how they fly, and
I just like that they're the good guys.
And that is of course important. So we're measuring here for Auto Blaster turret. Stuff is happening, and it looks like there's no shot. And there's only 21 minutes left in the round in the game. But yeah, I mean, I love flying the Rebel ships. The small Rebel ships have been so difficult to fly in competitive environment, and I'm really looking forward to that again. I'm looking forward to plopping a Z95. Oh, there's the Auto Blaster shot. Oh, no, he rolled a nat
Rolled
crit.
a crit.
So Countdown gets 2 defense dice on this. No other mods. And he rolls the 1 evade.
Yeah.
And the Auto Blaster doesn't get him.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the only time you're like, I don't want to roll a crit. Actually, Tim's rolled crits all the time, and you don't want to roll crits.
Yeah, Tim has had
Tim,
book
put
bag.
your good dice away for now.
All right. He's got better position on Whisper, though. And Countdown's going to have to fly through that rock, maybe even twice. Because, of course, ailerons is a maneuver. So if he doesn't clear the aileron, the rock entirely with the aileron maneuver, and has to pass through the second time,
I think
he could
either
actually
of the,
kill himself.
I think either of the banks will clear it, though.
I think the bank right does. I'm less sure, but you might be right. Both of the banks look clear.
The straight might make him go through it twice. Might.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to tell on the screen.
Okay. So Kanan is stressed.
Yeah, that barrel roll was a really interesting call.
Whisper has only the forward decloak available to her.
Whisper, don't forget to decloak this time.
She might have the left decloak, maybe available to her. So, I think the bomber, Sir Dodge-a-Lot, just does a 1 straight here. Oh, he's already got a lock on Kanan. I mean, just 1 straight, focus, let her rip.
Yeah.
I think that's best, too, because I don't think there's any way the bomber can escape Kanan's arc if Kanan wants to put it on him.
Yeah, Steven doesn't really need to even keep that bomber alive. He would still be quite a bit ahead on points.
Moved up a bit.
So I don't know what's happening here. It's an attempt to decloak.
That's not going
Looks
to
like
work.
it's not legal. So they're removing all the rocks, probably at the judge's request. Enough of this farfing with these things.
These are going to knock
I don't care
over.
how pretty they are. Okay, Whisper's doing a 2 straight decloak. And
the decloak token.
then we go to Kanan, who cannot advance sensors. Does he do the 1 straight?
That's a straight of some sort. Yep, just a 1.
Mm-hmm. So that allows him to do his things. He's got 1 focus token already on Ray. So he's going for a lock.
It's just out.
I guess he's trying to do that because his dice have been pretty awful.
Yeah. Terrible. Yeah, Countdown's not going to be facing the right way, and I'm going to guess he's hoping that Whisper just flies into him or flies past him.
Oh, he's doing Jin Urso. So he's got... Okay.
Oh, is that what we were checking for? Not a target lock?
I think he did try for the target lock first, but... Oh, no. Yeah, that's clear. And Countdown takes the damage. And... does a 3 bank?
Oh.
Strange.
Yeah, that is strange.
Now, he, depending on how close that board edge is, he may have actually just killed Countdown. Because you have to aileron.
Oh, you're right.
And aileron's a maneuver.
Picture, can we slide this camera over to the left?
Thank you. And here comes some Sir Dodge-A-Lot, no fear in his heart. Okay, looks like Countdown won't aileron off the board next turn. That's nice. Sir Dodge-A-Lot is taking a focus.
It's already got a lock.
So he's... why is he taking a stress? I'm not sure. So the dice cam has been moved to the left. Is that okay? Can you guys see all right? And we have 1 turn for Whisper. All right. Glad to hear it, folks. And the dice cam is being righted. Okay, so Whisper does probably a cloak here.
Oh, just focusing.
Roger, roger. Yeah. Yeah, Whisper hoped to decloak left, was unable to do so.
Right.
And
it's been so
here we
long
are.
since the decloak, I totally forgot.
I mean, this is once again a position favoring Tim. He's got 1 shot to take Bombs-A-Lot off the table. Then he needs to kill Countdown.
Yeah. He could absolutely do that.
He could, but staying above 50 points with Whisper out there hunting him, ooh, that's rough.
Yeah.
So I guess take it that's Kanan's shot. He's spending his focus for 2 and a crit. Did he forget to ray himself? Looks like he did. So we got 3 dice,
Oh my
and Sir
God.
Dodge-A-Lot
Are you
just
kidding me?
rolled trip nats.
Living,
oh my!
Living up to the name we gave him.
My lord!
Those are some amazing green dice.
So, what's that noise Luke makes upon learning that Vader is his father? That's the noise Tim must be making. Are you killed, Padme, Vader? And there's a harpoon doing 3 damage, one of which is going to be a crit into Hull. And it...
Blinded pilot.
Oh, it's 2 into Hull. Is that stunned or blinded?
I think that's
we'll
blinded.
See.
Yeah, we'll find out in a minute.
Well, that's just like the worst stun.
Oh, it was stunned. I was wrong.
It doesn't...
And a structural.
Structural damage, which is funny on a ghost.
Yeah. That's the best crit you can hope for.
Yep. Those are some crazy dice.
Wow.
Just about some of the wildest I have seen. But Steven's other match on stream was like that. There were all these unmodified shots with his cannons on his defenders, and he was stressed, so he just rolled trip nats.
That's what happens when you use all cardboard everything.
This proves that using
showing off with acrylic is not in your favor.
And this proves also, sorry about that noise, folks, that the dice in the core set are the best dice. So we continue on with the game. And, that was just so brutal.
Tim really needed that to go in his favor, and it should have.
It just seems so unlikely that happened. Yep, mic dropped, and not in a dramatical way, just in a
Sorry
mechanical
about the
way.
noise.
Sorry about that, folks. So it looks like Countdown can aileron and turn, start heading his way back towards Kanan. Whisper is not cloaked, so has to do a turn of some variety.
Maybe
right
a
or
K
left.
turn.
Well, I suppose she could K turn.
Only 11 minutes remaining.
Only 11 minutes remain. I don't see what Tim can do here.
Tim definitely still had a chance with that last round until those green dice were still...
Until those green dice. We should not have called him Sir Dodge-a-lot.
No,
we
really
gave him the power.
helped Steven there. Tim, we weren't picking sides, I swear.
So I think you just do a straight with Dodge-a-lot. One turn probably to the left with Whisper. And come back in with Countdown and take your time. Why didn't Kanan shoot Whisper? Because
Kanan wanted to kill the bomber. Get some points.
And the bomber had 1 hull.
1 hull.
And Kanan had 4 dice with a focus token, so it seemed likely.
He had, 3 hits after he rolled his dice?
Yep. And then the bomber just rolled natty 3.
Yeah.
That's why they call him Sir Dodge-a-lot. Sir Dodge mostly. Sir Dodge every time.
The ship I was calling a points pinata has not lived up to his name.
He's in fact just been a soak for the damaging shots from these ghosts. Okay, so we have what looks like an advanced sensors attempt to deal with one of those crits. And he goes straight through the debris. And I guess we got to see that roll. Now, Tim has taken 2 crits from his 2 previous attempts to travel through debris. Oh, he cleared the harpoon condition. Good call, Master. Not sure what's happening there. And is Countdown still on the board? Will the 2-turn keep him? It should. If I know anything about strikers, it should. Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, it totally does.
It's close though, like another centimeter or two further on that bank.
Yeah, that was
dead.
a risky move the turn before.
I've definitely done that in tournaments where I've gone, oh, and I'm so clever, and I barrel roll over here, and then I'm like, uh-oh, countdown is doomed.
Is the bomber flying right into Kanan here?
People on the chat are saying that the force is with Kanan, that he can make it. Oh, nice block. So we've got Sir Dodge-A-Lot on a rock in between and another chance. So we asked the judges to be up in there all the time.
Oh,
Sir Dodge-A-Lot dodges the rock.
Yeah.
To answer your question, Derek Clivian, the judge is a little overbearing, but I get it, semi and all. Yeah.
We purposely have a table judge for these games.
Absolutely. People are nervous as heck, as you can see Steven is. And you just need help when you're up in there, and you need somebody watching it. So if you get confused and lose track of details.
It's likely that the players are saying, hey, judge, do you want to do this move for me?
Yeah.
There's a rock there. I don't want to knock it.
And another thing that's going on here that you can't see immediately is the table is two tables stuck together. It's really wild. Despite the fact that both Steven and Tim are both over 6 feet tall, if they reach out into the middle, they don't have great control over stuff they're doing there. So it's nice to have the judge who can lean in there from the side and grab stuff. Quick question, where did the 75 point come from? I'm not sure what's going on.
Half points on Kanan and 50 on Chopper.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the scores right now. Maybe we have a hacker or something. Anyway, we'll see. At this point, Kanan's down to half.
Yeah, so Steven has 75 points of Tim's list killed right now.
You're right. You got it. I'm tired.
Me too. We're both yawning over here.
So, Tim's going to go for one last chance to try to kill Sir Dodge-A-Lot. He does a 3 bank.
He flew off, conceding.
Yeah, he's conceding. And that was quite a game. We've got Stephen Buey moving on to the finals.
Yeah.
And that was a great game, helped in large part by those crazy guys.
Yeah, that did not go at all how I expected it to go, but
neither.
That's kind of how a dice game works.
Indeed. Okay, folks, well, stay tuned. We will be back shortly for our second match of the evening, which will be Robin. What's Robin's last name? Robin McNeil versus Perry Lowe in the semifinals. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
Thanks, everyone.
Hello, HoloNet.
Welcome aboard, sports fans. We are back from 401, bringing you red-hot coverage from the cold white north, live on a Wednesday night. We are your hosts. I'm Timbo Slice.
I'm Aaron P. And Tim has just finished off one of the most unlikely, improbable games I have ever seen in my life.
Don't spoil it for the viewers there.
You all can watch that if you want to see some
top quality television.
Crazy dice. And here we are with Robin McNeil and Perry Lowe.
This is the other semifinal match of Season 11 for the Prototype Toronto League. These two players have played 7 league matches against 7 opponents and not repeated a named, yes, I am stealing your hat, Devin, not repeat a named pilot or the same list of generics to this point.
For my part, I don't want his crusty hat.
Why would you?
Yeah.
It smells like a hobo, and it kind of looks like if somebody put a wicker hammock on top of your head, but it suits him.
Nah, we love him.
Oh yeah,
he's great.
No, he's great. He's our beloved league boss and your table judge tonight's folks. It's Devin Monkhouse.
He goes by other names though, doesn't he? He has other appellations.
He does. They involve certain classic 1990s video games from Sega Genesis, but we won't spoil the surprise for our friends.
Okay.
There, Aaron. But what we're going to talk about tonight has to do a little bit with our two players. We're going to get them in to chat about their setup as soon as we can. And right now we obviously see that both of them have brought the sizable obstacle tokens for this match. We've got Robin McNeil on our left-hand side player, who's Imperial, who has sporting a Quick Draw Omega Leader Yor, standard pre-Howard's adaptation on him. We got Juke Stealth Device Comm Relay.
Yeah, not the most recent one.
No, Expertise Quick Draw as well. I don't know if he has a bid as well, does he?
He's daringly gone to 100.
Wow.
But so did Perry, and Robin won the initiative roll, and he's given the initiative away. So Perry has the initiative.
Perry's got the bunk. Gotcha. So we've got the debris clouds on Robin's side of the map, and look what looks like a lovely line of engagement between the 3 large rock obstacle tokens going down. Robin double-checking distance. Robin famous for his meticulous analysis of every single situation.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got the lowest PS pilot being Thweek, but not for long.
Yep. Thweek has taken Quick Draw's PS.
He's taking his PS.
Yep.
Okay. So we have 6 9s. Sorry, 3 9s and an 8 and a 4. Gotcha.
Yeah. 4 9s. 8 and 4.
It's interesting. You know, part of me, there is a very small part of me, it may be a right part, it may be the wrong part, time will tell, would take yours pilot ability with Thweek.
That'd be really interesting, wouldn't it? I mean, Talonbane is not going to be producing... Oh, yeah, he's got experimental interface. So he will be producing stress.
That's
You're
exactly
right.
what I just saw.
Yeah.
I saw the EI on Perry's list, and I was like, oh, could you imagine if he takes yours ability? That'd be amazing. Free push the limit. But then you've got a Star Viper that has to clear stress every turn, and that's about as much fun as a bucket with a hole in it. Or rolling dice. Any kind of dice. It's too soon. Okay. We are going to talk to our players. Well, there's a big difference of opinion. Thank you for your comment there, Electric Kieransley, on the chat. There's a great deal of difference of opinion on Thweek in and around the Toronto area. I'm of the mind where, only, I would say, 20% of the time should you even consider it. But there are pieces in the game where it is always better to take the pilot ability rather than the pilot skill. Perfect example, Rear Admiral Sheridan.
With pretty nasty ability.
Well, it's a great pilot ability, and if you take his pilot skill, you're just going to end up pilot 0 anyway.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so Thweek is going to PS up to PS9, and yours going to go down first. We got your parking in the bottom Larry corner there.
And look at Robin doing some meticulous measurement. Meticulously.
Okay, so Aaron, do you want to go through the scum layout on Perry's ship? I'm very excited to say that these are not typical, so go on.
I think we're going to wait for a minute because we're going to be cutting and pasting this back together for the final video. So let's not bother going through the list at any great detail at this point because I do have some things to say about them. But I want it on the record.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you as well in the chat that Omega Leader would be an interesting use of Thweek's fire control system.
Indeed.
The difference is that you're still a PS4, so all the high PS ships have to shoot. And so you're actually basically taking your lockdown target lock for the following turn, implying that the ship that shot at you this turn is also going to shoot at you next turn. So it's a bit of a gamble.
It's a good move. The thing is that Thweek is such a good hunter of lower PS ships.
He very much is, especially with that barrel roll of duckery.
The barrel roll of duckery. Now that's not what we call it when we're off stream.
No, it's true. We get a little bit more PG-13 when we get off camera.
This is really exciting. We've got a straight line in the setup for Perry's guys, all remaining cross corner, and Robin's set up for what looks like some castling action.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how long Robin can hold in the corner here. If he gets...
I'm going to go grab one for an interview.
Thank you very much, Aaron. We're going to talk to our players now, discuss their thoughts on the match and their setup thus far.
Robin, back again.
Good evening, Robin.
Good evening, sirs.
How you doing there, big guy?
I am good. How are you, sir?
I'm well, thanks. Thanks for joining us and sharing some of the insights on your rock deployment and ship placement here. So talk to us how you do. First of all, tell us about the list. How'd you get to this point and land on these pilots for this matchup?
Well, as some of you may know, I flew Defenders a lot this season. Arcs Only is one of my favorite formats. So having been through Defenders a lot, I wanted to fly something else. You know, cut down all of the naysayers who think I can't fly anything but Defenders. And I know Perry is a very strong opponent, so I didn't want to bring just something random. So I was going to bring the goods. And Quick Draw is one of the best Imperial pilots, as everyone knows. So I brought a really beefy Quick Draw. I was expecting him to bring, super-powered Soontir. I'd also seen this list on the table of his as he was practicing the other day, trying to sneakily pretend that he wasn't practicing his list for me. And Omega Leader, I brought Omega Leader because he's also flown Stealth Device Soontir in the past, and that guy is a bastard, and Omega Leader loves shutting down bastards.
It's true, he does. Omega Leader's kind of like Bastard Kryptonite. So.
Yes, sir.
Okay, talk to us about where you think the first engagement's going to be. You can point to the screen. I'll describe it with my voice.
I mean, to be honest, I'm going to be kind of hanging out in my corner for quite a while just to see where Perry goes.
Okay.
So it's really all up to him whether he chooses to rush down the top of the board and turn towards me to approach on my edge, or to turn left, head down the board, and go up the other side. He could also squirrel his way through the rocks, at least with Fen and Thweek, because they're pretty maneuverable. So I really could not guess as to where the engagement's happening, but probably it's going to be on my quadrant of the board.
Okay, so you heard it here, Travis. We can skip right to minute 35. Thanks, Rob, and good luck, buddy.
You're welcome, sir.
Thanks to J-Bone FSC as well for the question. The other side of the bracket was me versus another newcomer, new face in the league, Stephen Buey, and he beat me like a redheaded stepchild. So it will be Steven versus the winner of this game in the finals. All right, joining us on the mic now is the other semifinalist, Parry Lau.
Oh, God,
low,
I'm
Lau.
here.
Low. Sorry about that, bud.
Hey, it's all good.
Keeping it low. Gotcha. Welcome aboard, and congratulations on making it this far in the season. You're
Thank you.
Welcome breath of fresh air to our community. And I understand you're originally from Toronto.
Yes.
But lived on the west coast of the States for a while, and now you're back to
More
where
or
you
less.
should be.
More
I
or
like
less.
it. I like it. All right, talk to us about your list. Why'd you pick the ships against Robin?
Well, Robin's been known to fly Defenders, but I had a feeling he wasn't going to bring Defenders this round, and I was right. And no matter what he brought, I figured I needed to bring some heat. And I'd been wanting to fly Fen Rao for a while.
The rawest of Fens.
The Rao was a Fens. And then I thought, hey, why not give Talonbane Cobra a shot?
I love your loadouts, man. It was very good. Now, the viewers must know, and you must help us understand, what made you take pilot skill and not either your or Omega Leader's pilot ability?
At the moment, well, he's got the initiative now, but I figured based on the ability of Omega Leader, I'm not sure that it would be helpful at PS4.
It's a very valid point. We brought that up as well. Interesting to see that. Okay, thank you very much. Where do you think the first engagement's going to be in the map?
Oh, he's going to Fortress.
Really?
He's probably going to Fortress.
Okay.
He's talked about fortressing.
All right. Well, and luckily you have some ships that can go fast. Do you feel that that's going to be a good way to combat that strategy? Or?
It is, and it's not, because I really want to engage him in the asteroids to get off the debris gambit of Talonbane Cobra.
All right.
And the whole idea behind the debris gambit is that, as we all know, Kiraxes are a very squishy ship, and they can go down pretty quick. So the point is loading him up token-wise, get his action, add experimental interface into the debris gambit, does token load him up, makes him a less appealing target than one of the other ones. And hopefully that takes the heat off Talonbane Cobra for a bit. If it does not, Thweek and Fenral can then flank.
Yeah, it's true. You're right. Kirax fighters can sometimes be like like an inflatable chair that you're letting the air out of.
Exactly.
All right, Perry. Well, listen, good luck. Have fun and fly straight.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so we're going to take a moment or two here before we want to roll in and describe the list, just so we give them some space to recut this. So we've got very likely some fortressing going on over here.
That's okay. It'll give the viewers plenty of time to enjoy our pithy banter, my friend.
Right. We're supposed to be pithy. We should have had coffees or something. Oh, well.
We could do an over-under. Gambling on stream, extremely inappropriate. This is a family center.
Right.
No, it's like Perry mentioned in his pregame chat there, Aaron. I mean, whenever you come across an opponent that has a list that benefits from spending a couple of turns trying to gain that positional and informational advantage, you, as the other player, need to derive either a strategy that's going to let you either present approach vectors that are unpredictable, or to what Perry was mentioning is that, I mean, he does have the ships that are fast enough to get down there in a timely manner and cause Robin some issues. I mean, this list, there's other lists in the meta right now that benefit from castling for a couple of turns to gain an informational advantage. Can you recommend or at least share some insight on why you think Robin's got to gain from that in this game?
Well, if he successfully castles for a couple rounds and draws those ships of Perry's through the rocks, then he knows where they're going to be when they hit him, and that's the most important thing. Secondly, he can see if he can get Perry to split his fire on those ships, and that will really help him. So Perry's taken all one turns. Now, I must say before we get going further here, I love this build on Talonbane.
Oh, the Debris Gambit? I'm in love with it.
The Debris Gambit plus
the Ion Discharger and the Pulse Ray Shield.
And the experimental interface.
If you don't kill me, I'm going to recharge.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the Vaxide title makes everything less expensive. So what's he spent? He spent 1, 2, 4, 5. He's got 5 points into Talonbane, which makes him the same points as Fen. Now, Robin ships are a little bit more out of balance in terms of points cost, and Yor also has the ability to have half health taken on him. See, the downside, what a lot of castling players forget, is it's really not just the ships that you've brought to the match, which should determine whether or not you get a castle. You also have to consider the composition of your squadron. So Robin has everything to lose from castling here, in my opinion. I think what he should be doing is jetting and blazing the Lambda away from here, because the Lambda could take half health on it, and if he could have used the Lambda to draw Perry's aces away from where he needs them to be, so that he could approach them effectively with quick draw and Omega Leader, I feel like he would be able to destroy one of them and even the odds, because ultimately Perry has an advantage, in my opinion anyway, as far as the tools in this match. Sure, Yor has 3 dice. They're rarely well modded.
Yep.
And he hardly has any repositioning capabilities. Pithy Bantha. I love it. What is the Pithy Bantha? I want to change that person's screen name now to Pithy Bantha.
Pit Bantha. All right, so we've got some interesting dancing going on Perry's side of the board. He's done 2 hard ones in succession with all the ships.
Sure. Why don't we take an opportunity to talk a little bit about the road that brought these 2 folks, these 2 guys, to this point in the Prototype Toronto League in Season 11, Aaron?
So, Jay, go for it there, man. And we've got somebody asking, did Thweek copy PS or Ability? And Thweek copied Quick Draws PS.
Yeah, we talked to Perry at the beginning of the game about what went through his mind like that one, and he's just so in love with the idea of repositioning that he decided to go with that. He feels that Thweek will be more effective at a 9 than he would be at a 4 with a cool pilot ability. So we'll see if it works out for him here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's moving his ships around a bit, intentionally and unintentionally.
Intentionally and unintentionally, it's okay. We're not gonna light our pitchforks just yet.
No.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up the standings from the Season 11. We'll still talk a little bit about the players that these 2 players had to go through to make it to this point. So we finished the season, and Perry and Robin were seeded 6th and 9th. But then we had one scrub in the top 8.
He dropped.
He
was all like, I don't like 1.0 anymore. And so that guy dropped.
He kind of looks like Dave Grohl, has a deep voice.
Yeah, maybe I heard that guy once or twice.
So Aaron decided that he would have much more fun with us behind the booth here, folks, bringing you Pithy Banthas in terms of that. Both our players had an excellent season. Perry went 5-2 with an MOV kill rate of 486, and he had a strength of schedule of 0.39, which is a low strength of schedule, meaning many of his opponents finished lower in the standings than he did. Robin, also 5-2, with a much less MOV rate. Robin had a lot of really close games throughout the season. As you mentioned, he's a proponent of defenders. He finished with the same strength of schedule as Perry, and then they were randomly matched up against their top 8 competitors, which was Perry versus his epic partner, Evan Cameron, in an excellent game that you can also see on VTV Live's YouTube page. And then Robin was matched up against Ben. That's right, of course. Ben Jean from Game School. Great guys in the West End there. So, both of them had a great one. I've actually had the pleasure, I should say, of playing both of these gentlemen this season. And I had a great game with both of them. It was a good one. I actually played Robin on the day that we played Epic. So if anybody in the Toronto area is ever interested in getting an Epic X-Wing game in, the Prototype Toronto League does meet at different gaming community houses across the city. Aaron, why don't you tell the viewers of a couple of the spots that we'd like to throw down?
So you can often find us at Sword and Board on Fridays. You can, of course, find us at our flag store face-to-face on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, we're here at 401. And in addition, people play at Game Schooled in Scarborough. I'm not sure of the day. It keeps moving around.
Yeah, the day moves around. It's typically on a Tuesday or a Thursday as well. Game Schooled's way out at Port Union Lawrence.
And X-Planet as well.
X-Planet Mississauga, we try to get going on Mondays. And there's Harry T, North Toronto, the Durham Eastenders. And then west of the city, there's the GRX, and across the lake we have the Paprika Squadron. Salt Squadron. Sorry. Of course, folks, none of this tonight would be possible at all without our dear friends Victor and Travis from VTV Live, bringing you live coverage of all kinds of FFG events, namely our Prototype Toronto League, as well as all of the FFG premier events from across the country. Aaron, you had the pleasure of traveling with Victor and Travis to La Belle Ville de Montréal recently.
We went down to do the Alpha Condor Challenge.
Now, I hear there were some pretty nasty lists there that day. A couple of Jake
You've seen
Jake
the footage.
Barrels, some U-Wings.
There's some great stuff to watch. There were a lot of really interesting lists and players playing their hearts out. Just a lot of quality X-Wing, really.
Well, I remember we all went as a group up to that Ottawa regional, what was that, 2 years ago now?
That was a long time ago, way back in the prehistory of...
Long time ago in a galaxy far away called Ottawa.
Yep, I remember that.
Our table judge, Devin Monkhouse, originally from Ottawa, apparently tells us it's actually a real place.
It is.
I'm not convinced, but I'll take his word for it.
I was there this weekend.
Oh. Well,
Not for actually a wedding.
Once again, folks, if you are a big fan of the work that VWTV Live and we all do, don't forget to mosey on over to their YouTube channel, like and subscribe, follow on some of their content. They also have a Facebook page, and they've recently started a Patreon to, after much duress, honestly. It took us a lot of arm twisting for them to finally get what they're doing then. Thank you, Victor. If you're interested in showing your love, the link is in the chat.
So we've got Perry fanning out here.
Yeah, Perry's fanning out, I would say, quite effectively, really.
Looks like it.
I mean, Thwee can one forward and then wonky barrel roll and cover the bottom lane. Talonbane can go right up the middle.
Yep.
And the rowest of Fens, the only Fen, the one true Fen.
Except for the other Fen in the Rebel faction, but yeah, go on.
We don't speak of him. that little firefly bug.
Yep. One of my favorite ships.
No, it's a pretty good ship.
I like it.
Fen's looking like he's probably going to choose one of the outside flanks, or he might just go right up the middle because Fen does Fen things, right?
Yeah. So he's coming fast with Week.
Thank you, Travis, for reminding everybody. Don't forget as well, folks, if you do use Twitch, you can like and subscribe on the Twitch and use your Twitch Prime subscription, which is essentially giving away free money. All you got to do is use your Amazon Prime to sign up with Twitch Prime as well. Now, Aaron, I got to ask, because this is definitely going to be really relevant. Perry and Robin are both players that have always discussed about the importance of target priority. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if we ever had a chance to talk about target priority in a dancing match, this would be the kind of one to do.
Yeah.
All right.
So what are you thinking here? What does Perry go in after the shuttle? Is that the top target? That's the traditional target.
Yeah, I mean, Palp's got to die.
Yep.
You half health Palp, you're up on points right out the hop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, to me, Robin's going to hold that fortress for, I want to say, 0 more turns. Yep. I feel if he doesn't break the formation this turn, it's too late.
I think he's got to get Omega Leader out there. Omega Leader is number 2, is he not? Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Omega Leader is the ship closest to us, folks, the one that is facing towards the downboard edge, obviously easily corrected with a 1 turn to its left. Mm-hmm. The challenge is, of course, and Perry's obviously known and positioned himself to accomplish this, is that if Omega Leader 1 turns, he can't lock any of the aces.
Yeah.
And we just suffered a small earthquake. Perhaps Mexico won another soccer game. Not entirely sure. But after Omega Leader does that turn, Thweek could 4 forward and then either have a boost shot or even just there have a target lock glitter stem shot. You know, right. I don't know if you're going to waste your glitter stem from range 3 on it, but yeah, I feel like he's got to find a way to get Talonbane in there.
My feeling is, and I don't know if it's the right call or not, but I think Robin will jump at Talonbane.
It's the easiest target. It's like we said, Kirax fighters have a tendency to go poof, right?
Plus, this guy's actually kind of dangerous if he hangs around all game. He's got the ability to regen, and he can stick people with ions. It's actually not bad. Maybe we should talk about ion dischargers. It's a card I don't have a lot of experience with. Do you remember how it works?
I love this loadout on any Kirax fighter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anytime you use... You're talking about ion dischargers, right?
Yep.
So anytime you use this in combination with either a Kirax fighter or any other scum ship, this essentially introduces a pivotal moment of decision-making, which can sometimes cascade down the game decision tree. Right. You've got the ability at range 1 to simply recharge a shield. If you choose to recharge that shield, then you pick a ship at range 1. There has to be a range 1 to resolve this, and then you just don't take, because that ship is there, you essentially just don't take that electricity, and you give that ion token to nothing. And that ship can say, well, you know what? I don't want this to happen again, so I'm going to take that ion token that's discharged to me and break your ability to pass off the ion token, but it doesn't turn off his ability to pulse ratio. That just turns off his ability to pulse ratio for free.
Yeah,
essentially. And as long as you can do it, like if you can get behind if you go in there with Talonmane, you take a lump or two from the aces, and then you use that schwanky 5K on the Kirax fighter to get behind that shuttle. You're going to be able to recharge right quick, and then you're behind the formation, and that shuttle's never going to see you again.
Yep.
Okay, so Robin has decided to break the castle,
and he's pointed his ships at Thweek, except for the shuttle. I can still turn with those guys, maybe bank with Quick Draw, and keep them on Talonbane.
I just absolutely love the fan here. Perry has textbook in a very short amount of period of time. In a very short amount of time, been able to close the gap there. Well, it looks like Fenn's in a great position to flank.
Fenn is in a wonderful position for at least what looks like will be most of the mid game here.
Looks like we got some friends from across the lake joining us in from Salt Squadron. A big hello to the saltiest of sailors, Mr. Kyle Thompson, joining us live on the stream.
Hey,
in the
Kyle,
chat,
how you doing?
In chat form. He's not actually a real person. We've never seen his face.
No,
but he's
forced
on the chat
ghost
tonight.
visits sometimes.
All right, so what do you think, Aaron? Are you going to take a leisurely 2 forward from Talonmane, or is he going to go right quick up forward with a 4? Try and get that range 2 shot off.
Now, Talonbane does move before Quick Draw, so he could do a 4 straight. Quick Draw will probably do a small move and leave himself open. He's also got Debris Gambit. Could try using that here, but he's got to do at least a 2. I think the 2 is the right call.
I think you're right. I mean, I know that many of the folks who are watching the match tonight in the chat are still debating about whether or not Thweek should have taken a pilot ability instead of a pilot skill. Folks, if and buts were candy and nuts, then let's know. So Thweek's a PS9. He's a Star Viper. Star Vipers are cool, and I actually think that you're right. The 2 is probably the better call here. Let's not forget as well that, Robin has the ability to castle Yor where he is for probably at least one more turn.
Yep.
And then Yor is not going to be far enough out of that corner so that Talonbane could fit that 5K, which is pretty crutch because, Talonbane rolls those extra dice at range 1. At range 2, he's useless. He's a Kirax fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He gets the range bonus at 3, and he gets the extra bonus at that. So what
He's
Perry...
facing all primaries here, so that if he could stay at range 3, it would be sweet. But I don't see how he can do that if Robin won't let him.
Yeah, if Perry doesn't get into range 1 in this shot, it's going to be tougher for him. I think that, Robin could definitely try and fake out Perry here and red 1 turn left with Quick Draw, turn 2 left with Omega Leader, eat that stress with Yor and see where he's at after that. But it would almost be impossible for him to get arcs on more than one of Perry's ships. It's going to be really hard for him to get arcs on one. So he's going to have to pick one. And it's like Perry said at the beginning of the game, or Robin said at the beginning of the game, both of them have now, I'm sure Robin envisioned this thing as well. He imagined 3 aces and 3 lanes, and Perry envisioned, well, I can't come at him from the same lane, so I'll come at him from 3 directions. And now we're going to see what Robin's target priority is as soon as the dials are set here, folks.
Now, one thing that can happen here is even if Omega Leader does a 3 turn, it doesn't look like he can toss a lock on Fenn, which is great news for Perry. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe a 3 would get him the lock.
I think that's pretty close there, mate. And you know what? To your point, if Perry gets 3 non-lockdown shots on Omega Leader, you got to take the shuttle's got to die. But if you get 3 shots on Ollie and you don't have and you're not locked down, you got to take that every day of the week.
Yeah.
Especially when you got 3 9s. You can choose what order they shoot in.
Absolutely.
Horrible. Thanks for the sweet, kind comments, folks. Very true. As you'll notice, fine folks at WVWTV Live have upgraded their dice cam. At the top of the board, we have the black area, which is your brand new dice tray. All it's missing, Travis, is a great old big PTL sticker. We got to get you one of those there, man. Or perhaps even a hologram.
I was thinking we should have like a PTL theme for PTL games. Maybe they'd play it for us. We could like afterwards do some beatbox, think up some lyrics, throw that together.
We just sing the Canadian national anthem if you want.
Suppose.
Shall we give it a go? Give it a go.
Wow. Okay. Look at that shuttle move.
Looks like Robin doesn't like Thweek's face there, Aaron. I mean, Quick Draw can very easily just one forward into the back of the shuttle here and then take pot shots. Mega Leader going to grab that target lock, say, Thweek, I'm going to shoot you. You're not going to shoot me.
And Robin's going to
judge DQ.
DQ. End of the game. And we got a 3.
Light your pitchforks there, boys.
Damn, he's just going to B-roll right out of that arc.
Might have range 2 there, which is no bueno. Either way, you got auto thrusters off. I feel like you should probably just take a target.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then he glitter stims.
Might actually dodge Omega Leader's arc here, which would be ideal.
Yep.
Perry judging, doesn't think he's going to be able to get out. Yeah.
Perry seems certain. One way or the other.
Well, don't forget, the greens on the Star Viper are not great. Following turn, he's going to probably have to do a 1 bank or a 2 straight to get rid of this stress.
Damn.
So that is going to be a judge call if I've ever seen one there, Aaron. That looks like about the edge of a knife. So we'll get that there in a second. We're going to see if Thweek is going to use all the drugs.
So we just did do the 2 straight.
It's not a bad move. Yor still has to move. Yor can block that 5K next turn, but we'll see what Talamain comes up with as far as action decision here. Putting the over-under at a focus. Oh, yeah. You ever watch those Oliver the Jeweler commercials, man?
No, I haven't seen them.
Oakville, baby. Gotta love it. Fen Rao just going to be in an absolutely magic position here.
Yay! There we see the debris gambit.
We are seeing 1 debris gambit from the experimental interface, taking an evade.
Oh, he only got 1.
Yeah, that's fine by him. He's not going to be K-turn next turn. Talamain in a position to probably just clear that stress next turn and maybe even get in there and gut punch Quick Draw.
Here is the big dog.
Fen not going to make range 1 from that position. Going to have to choose target priority. Yeah, I mean, Thweek's definitely in a position where he's going to get shot, undoubtedly. I don't know if Omega Leader has arc. From our angle, it looks not, but we know how wonky the angles can be, from the stream booth, Aaron. On the one hand, it might look that you'll clip the rock and be okay. On the other hand, you clip the rock and take 2 crits. You never even know.
It's too tough to tell, especially on this old
there it is.
Janky monitor we use.
This janky monitor. This is a lovely monitor. This is a great monitor. Debris Gambit up there, folks. Assign an evade token for every debris cloud at range 1. A favorite among janky lists on the PTL. For further information on this, go see Adam Bawari in Oshawa and get wrecked by his Quick Draw list. Quick Draw youngster with Debris Gambit.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun. Quick Draw hopscotch in the shuttle.
4 straight. Face-to-face with Thweek.
All right, so looks like Quick Draw going to get a range 1 on Thweek. Fully modded, too. He's probably going to take the target lock when he gets there.
Devin is doing something with the templates. We'll just let Devin get to work.
Devin with that absolutely majestic fedora on his head there, folks.
He's getting a bit more creative with the facial hair as well.
It is.
These days. He's growing out a bit.
Looks like he belongs on Game of Thrones now.
Well, not quite. Not
quite there? All right, no. Fair enough. Okay, well, it looks like Robin has full-on committed to Perry's Thweek. I'm going to see in a minute just about whether or not it was worth it. Thweek is going to be able to position to pop his glitter stem here and enhance his defensive capabilities. The question will be, is Robin going to shoot?
Robin is just absolutely convinced that Quick Draw is not going to get shot here.
There's all the drugs, folks. Looks like Perry's 3 9s are going to shoot first. Perry going to decide in which order that happens. Fen got a target lock on the shuttle. Glitterstim, originally from the Star Wars lore, is a combat focusing, enhancing thing. Although,
well, those are disappointing dice.
And a reroll gives him a hit double crit. That is what you like to see from a target lock there, Aaron.
Indeed.
Fen shooting.
So
one evade, 2 shields.
We got 2 shields off that guy.
That was an impressive reroll.
It was.
All right, Perry's up next. He's going to shoot his Talamain Cobra, range 2, same target, unobstructed. 3 versus 1.
Mm-hmm. And we can see 2 and 1 hit the floor.
1 hit the floor, has been gobbled up by a Minoc, and it's gone. We're going to...
Spends the focus.
Spends the focus there from Talamain. Hit double crit. 1 die rolling from the shuttle at some point. As soon as Robin decides to roll it.
And it's another evade.
It's 2 shields off the shuttle. Is that 2 for 2 on Robin's evade rolls there?
Yep, we're seeing some crazy dice out here today, folks.
Oh, nothing like crazy dice from the PTL. All right, 2 shots from Thweek, establishing his FCS on the shuttle.
Perry for getting no triggers.
There we go. 2 more shields. Shields are down on the Palt Master.
One way or the other. Is either of those a crit? Nah, it doesn't look like it.
Robin, considering spending the focus, I think you've taken your lumps at this point. You should probably keep that focus token, Eric.
Yep. Try to hurt that Thweek.
He's keeping it. And the shuttle's now on half health. That is 16 points up on the board for Perry Lowe.
Yeah.
Interesting opening round. Only missed 1 paint. We're going to see if it pays off for him in the long run there, Aaron.
So we've got Quick Draw shooting on Thweek.
No rear arc shot from Quick Draw. Quick Draw shooting range 1 on Thweek. We're going to get full mods with expertise and a target lock. Rolling, that was the first one. We're going to get a target lock in the blank. And expertise for 4.
And it's 4.
So 1 damage going through for sure. Let's see what Thweek's Glitterstim was worth it. Yeah.
It was.
Taking 2. Shield, no crit. Always a good start when there's no crits.
And now the question will be resolved. Does Mega Leader have arc?
Devin going to have to step in there and make a judgment call. No, it looks pretty. Like it looks pretty apparent.
I'm gonna take this one as clear. My hands are a little wobbly, so.
Oh no! Here comes Devin.
So we're gonna get him to hold down the Omega Leader there.
As I mentioned before in the previous game, folks, people may seem kind of slow and awkward at this, but the fact of the matter is that's a very wide table they're squeezing around. So thank you for your patience and understanding.
Usually when we play the PTL games, Aaron, during the season when you're going about and you're playing your 7 matches, it's easy to say, without a doubt, they're the most casual, fun, relaxed environments. Mm-hmm. It's only when there's cameras involved that we all like to get a bit strict and have some fun, just making sure that we've got accuracy and efficiency.
Yeah.
We are going to find out the judge has ruled it as in-arc.
Looks like it. And
we're going to palp a crit.
Palping a crit in for a Mega Leader.
Mega Leader's rolling range 2. Hit crit from Thweek.
Yeah.
See if that Glitterstim was worth its 2 points there, Aaron. Looks like it's not. 1 crit going through.
And it is a crit.
That's disappointing. You got Thweek taking a crit now, which is 1 too many damage there.
Juke.
Yes, of course. Wouldn't Glitterstim work then?
He's locked.
Of course.
So Omega Leader has the lock and Juke.
Okay, so you're going to shoot range 2.
He gets 2.
Modding for 2.
And
Glitterstim for 2.
Saves his bacon.
So the answer to that question, Aaron, was a resounding yes. Glitterstim worth its 2 points.
Absolutely.
I don't see this working out extraordinarily well for Perry this turn, I got to tell you. Both these ships going to be able to pull off a 4K and let your just munch that stress down.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to take up to 2 stress tokens before he can't take any more.
Yeah. And he's free and clear as he stands, so he could in fact stall, and the other 2 could K, and it would all fit.
Now, did you have the pleasure of playing either of these players this season?
I did not. Played Perry a fair amount, just casually. It's really interesting, actually. He is, as you mentioned, recently come from SoCal, where he was part of the scene down there. And he's got an interestingly different flight style. It's interesting when you have someone outside your meta come and play in it. You can watch and observe how they do things differently. And
go ahead. No, please continue.
And it's been interesting playing against Perry because he does do some really interesting things. He does like this fanning out and this jab.
Well, I can tell you that we had an absolutely thumper of a season. The swan song to 1.0. Everybody playing all of their favorite 1.0 stuff as much as they could before this thing goes bye-bye. We had over 23 players finish 4 games or more, which is going to qualify them for all of the awesome participation prizes in the PTL. We had an additional 10 or so players play at least 1 or 2 matches. So we had 13 players do all 7.
Nice.
So we had a great completion rate this season on our thing. And, next on our big calendar, obviously you've got Season 12 in the future. But, for all of our viewers in and around the area of Toronto, or if you're further away, wanted to give them a big save the date for either September or October area. We're going to be announcing the date any week now about the PTL Open 2018.
Yeah. We are very excited since it will be 2.0.
It is confirmed that the PTL Open of this year will be a 2.0 event. Still trying to work out which weekend specifically we're going to throw it on. We're down to a short list of 3. We're just going to make sure that the venues can accommodate the ones we want, and then we're going to announce it. But yeah, we're going to have main event going to be 2.0. Going to be a 2-day event this year, and we're going to be doing tons of prizes. Oh my gosh, do we have all the prizes? And we also have a couple of alternate formats going to be doing on that day. We got some Mario Kart going up and like that. And we're going to be running it a little bit differently than we run last year. But we had a great time last year. We had the largest...
It was awesome.
Yeah, wasn't it the largest non-FFG run event?
In Canada until that point?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. So big thanks to everybody who made it a big success last year. Hope to see you again this year.
It was great. Yeah, it was won by Tristan Singleton.
Oh, the dirty Sanchez.
He did.
Tristan Singleton, of course... one of the members of the GRX out in the West who came down to Origins with us over the weekend.
Shout out to those guys. They are some committed and strong players.
I mean, yeah, committed, sure, but most of us just wanted to have a great road trip.
Yeah.
What, road trip with the boys? Diggity down. Let's do this. There will be likely a convoy, caravan, Tasmanian devil-like moving cloud of shenanigans in the form of some PTL and GRX and possibly Salt Squadron members moseying our ways down to PAX Unplugged at the end of the year as well, Aaron.
When's that happening, Tim?
It's actually going to happen near the end of the year. And what I'm actually thinking for this one, we haven't tried this yet, but I've tried so many times in asking you nicely to come on road trips with us. What I figured we're just going to show up at your house and chloroform you. Yeah, we're going to black bag it. Just like old school. If you tell anybody about this, I'll kill you. I'm just kidding. We'll have him back by 6. It's all good. So we're going to show up, and we're going to take Aaron, and we're going to go to Philadelphia, and you should come. PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia again this year?
Maybe.
It is, yeah. Going to be the first 2.0 system open as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, we were bringing back some really exciting information from the weekend, having talked to Cascade Games about what their plans for the 2019 track are.
Oh, yeah.
And, we talked a little bit about just the tireless work that those poor guys do, hauling their gear by land all over the U.S. to these pop-up system opens, as well as the system opens housed within conventions. They're it's a lot of work. It's a few days long.
Complicated.
Some of it can be quite tireless and thankless at the end of it. The Destiny and the L5R and the Armada and the X-Wing. It's a lot to do in a weekend. And Steve and his guys have been great at doing it, flying all over the country and getting these events. And he actually tried tirelessly this year to get a system open in Canada. We were thinking about doing one in Toronto. And, a lot of it was on track. And then 2.0 got announced. And a lot of that kind of changed what people's turnout rates were going to be to certain events.
No doubt.
So, yeah. One of the things that Cascade Games says made clear to everybody north of the border is that they're going to do everything in their power to bring 2 system opens in the 19 track to Canada. They're hoping to do one on the West Coast, and they're hoping to do one in Toronto. There's a lot of logistical challenges that go along with bringing staff over the border or hiring local staff. So there's definitely some boxes
2 system opens in Canada would leave us pretty elated. I mean, we've watched jealously as many happen in the United States, and we'd be thrilled to have 2 here. There are a lot of enthusiastic people who just don't want to make trips that long, so it would be great.
I think he would fly strikers.
Now, Devin is doing some positioning of ships, and we have a question of whether or not the shuttle will get past Quick Draw.
My God, that hat is just so fantastic. I want to make a hammock out of it and just curl up for a nap in it.
It does make me want to sleep somewhere bucolic. That hat does.
It kind of makes me want to sing a Jack Johnson song. You know, Banana Pancakes? You want to do?
No, go ahead and give us a sample.
No, I'm not singing on the air. You got to get some beers and a karaoke machine in front of me before that happens.
All right, so it looks like your has not cleared, which I think is just fine by him.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we were trying to accomplish with the 1 bank. I feel like a 1 forward would have been quicker.
Yep.
But you know what? The clock can sometimes be your enemy in these things. Mm-hmm. Perry is already up on points, and unless I've missed my mark, I think Yor is likely going to die this turn. I mean, Fen can 2 straight, Talamane can 2 straight, and then Yor's taking 10 dice before he shoots. So
we'll see if that 2 straight from Fen will fit. I'm not sure.
Very surprised to see the 1 turn here. I thought for sure we would just see double 4K from both of these. We might just see a 1 turn 3 sloop here from Quick Draw.
Yeah, this is a good move on Robin's part. This will block just about anything that Thweek tries to do to get away.
Yeah, just a clarification, Fenrau does not have a 1 bank on his dial. He does have a boost. But he's fast. He's like the interceptors. His greens are 2s.
Yeah.
So he's got a 2 straight, 2 bank, or 2 turn. 2 turn will get him out of arc. 2 bank might bump. I'm willing to call it 2 straight.
Yeah. And
just taking a focus with a Mega Leader.
Yeah.
Talamane Cobra up next, getting a 1 bank, which is green. Kirak's going to clear that.
Wow, he's going to get right up in there.
Yeah, so we got no problem here. Devin wants to get in there and do that. That's going to get mighty close.
Yep.
So we're going to like a glove.
That's sweet. That's so sweet.
Talamane maintaining arc range 1 there. Going to be able to Ion Discharger and Pulse Ray Shield at the end of this turn. Looks like he's going to focus and take a Experimental Interface Debris Gambit evade token there.
Yeah.
Thweek
Experimental Interface won't allow him to take target lock focus, which is what he'd love in this situation.
It is, yeah. It's not push the limit.
No.
It's the push the limit designed for
guys without EPT slots?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
It's like here's a way to do it, but you can't. You have to waste your EPT slot on something else.
Yeah. Devin is demanding that 1 bank piece, and we have. Here we go. Thweek is going to.
Okay.
He tried to bank away. So that was a really good call on Perry's part. Oh, no, he banked in. This I offered to judge, but Devin was like, no, I'll do it. This is definitely giving him a lot of work.
Well, for more wonderful examples of Devin's parking skills, you can check out the other video that was on the VWTV live stream tonight. They, of course, have an archive. Travis helped me out here going back 3 years on their YouTube channel. Videos from their original stuff. I'm just going to make my voice keep going higher until Travis answers me.
We were just wondering how far back the VTTV live archive goes.
How far are we going back these days? Forever.
Forever. The dawn of time.
All the videos ever are
all
there.
The ones that ever were.
Tim lost on stream.
But my dice.
But his dice.
Okay, folks, so we've got a little bit of a Union Station at 5 o'clock thing going on here.
It looks like Thweek will get one last shot in.
Quick Draw doing the sloop. Going to have to clear out Omega Leader and possibly Thweek. Fen looking like he's going to be doing SFA. He did 2 turn.
Well, he can shoot Quick Draw if he wants to.
I don't know if he's going to have arc there.
Oh, you might be right.
Not to mention if he shoots quick draw, then he's going to trigger quick draw's ability to take a bonus attack.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to get the 1 out of there. We're going to get the 1 bank out of there. Hashtag teamwork.
But whatever happens here, Thweek and Talonbane will take shots on that shuttle.
Yeah, I think it's extremely unlikely yours making it out of this thing alive. He's got no token to mod, and Talonbane's got 5 dice with a focus. Thweek's got nothing to mod, but he's still rolling 4 dice.
Oh, he's got a target lock from last round.
That's true. He's still got the target lock. So, okay, we're going to mark the back of Thweek. Make sure we can get him.
No respect for dice trail.
Oh. Yeah.
Devin just savagely bumping the dice tray out of alignment, causing extra work for our hardworking producers. This will be the last straw, Aaron. We'll never see Devin judge again.
No. There may well be painful wedgies in his future or something. That's how severe this infraction is.
Interesting. So we got range 3 from Fen to quick draw. Perry going to have to make one of the classic game time decisions that are involved when you fight a quick draw. Aaron,
Shooter now or shooter later?
Would you describe the look on the face of the first person that you said, no, I'm not going to shoot this turn?
On their face?
Yeah.
When I was flying quick draw?
Yeah. No, sorry, like when they were flying quick draw and you were there and their quick draw is pointed at you and you look at their quick draw and you're just like, no, I'm not going to shoot this turn.
Oh, you have to shoot her, though. You gotta start getting to work. But yes, people do that and are terrified. It's the same thing with Dengar, right? People were used to not shooting back on Dengar.
It is true. Another card I will not miss from 1.0.
Yeah. Well, he's coming back, of course.
Yeah, but the revenge shot's harder to pull off at least this turn.
A lot harder.
And the Punishing 1 title, I actually have a copy of it right here.
Nice.
2.0 Punishing 1 title reads, while you perform a primary attack, if the defender is in your primary arc, roll 1 additional attack die. So you don't get the Punishing 1 title in 360. Remove a crew slot, add an astromech slot. So interesting. Okay, getting back to the action here. We got the combat phase coming up after just like a 7-car pileup on the 401 East towards Montreal.
And I think it was exactly what Robin wanted.
Yeah, I mean, like, he bumped Thweek with Omega Leader, so I don't think it's perfect because now he's only getting 1 gun on Thweek. I mean, it is a gun that could theoretically end Thweek's day, but if you're trading Palp for one of your ships, it's not the worst of the idea. So we got 3 hits coming through. Target lock into nada. Robin going for 3 out of 4 evades on that shuttle he's rolled so far.
He was hoping that that would suffice to do the shuttle. And Robin rolls yet another evade.
Oh, you don't need that?
Any of those crits? Nope. So we got 2 hull left on the shuttle.
All up to Talonbane to decide whether or not he wants to actually end yours day here. Robin probably going to spend Palp.
5?
Yeah. So he needs to use Talonbane to do this.
Right.
Talonbane going to have to do 5 dice.
He needs to get
no
good
reroll
dice here.
mods. Okay, so we got
That's pretty hot.
yeah,
3 and a crit.
focusing up for 3 and a crit. That'll do it for the shuttle.
Yep. He rolls an evade just to show that he can.
That's 4 out of 5 evades.
It's 4 out of
rolling
5
that.
evades.
Down
I played
goes
the man.
Palpatine.
He's one of them lucky types.
But can he roll 2 crits on a debris cloud?
In a row? I don't know. I mean, that's
In a row.
some serious dice luck.
Oh, put my dice.
You dice, man. You dice. All right, we got a Mega Leader. Who's the Mega Leader shooting? Fen?
Mega Leader has a target lock on the poor bugger he's bumped into, so
Yeah.
whoever he's shooting is going to hit it. So Fen does have arc on Omega Leader. Fen probably going to take it, unless they've forgotten. Nope, range 1. In arc, in arc.
Right. So Concord down applies.
Which will be handy for when Omega Leader shoots back. If he does, in fact, shoot Fen, I'm sure he's going to shoot Talonbane. But here comes Perry. Rolling hot fire. That is 3 crits and 2 hits here. Omega Leader, being a sad panda, needs 3 paint here to only take his shield. Rolling the stealth device.
Oh, yeah, stealth device. So, just in case you missed it, folks, that's 3 crits and 2 hits.
So
Natty.
we got some damage going through here.
Yep.
Mega Leader losing his shield and his stealth device.
Yeah. So that was pretty lucky for Robin. I mean,
yeah, it was insanely lucky.
Very lucky for Perry, but
rolled 3 out of 4 natty evades. It's pretty amazing. Somebody float those dice in salt water there, Aaron. Where's Alan Fung when you need him?
Yeah.
Alan, can you pick up these dice and roll them 1,000 times? Thank you. Just tell me the results. Yeah. Stream lighten up a little bit. We did get some hot dice from both sides.
Hot dice.
It has been hot dice all night long here at 401 Games in downtown Toronto, Aaron. As it normally is. 401 Games, of course, one of the many places the PTL meets. Okay, we've got Quick Draw rolling his expertise FCS shot on Thweek.
So unless Thweek is magic, he's done.
Yep, Thweek takes 2 and perishes.
Hit crit. Pop.
Omega Leader still having a range 1 shot on Talamain or Fen Rao. Neither of which locked down. Going to be able to spend defensive tokens.
Yeah, it's 3 dice.
Robin going to decide who he's shooting at in just one quick second.
I think it's fairly obvious you go for.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to go for TB there. Fenn's going to laugh at you maniacally.
Yeah, holding on to that focus like that.
Sitting there like a salty Mandalorian.
So
rolling 3 on Talonbane.
Talonbane rolls 1, takes 1.
Spends the evade, takes nothing.
Oh,
he had the EI. He had the EI from the Debris Gambit.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sad Panda, no damage on the other 2 aces from Robin. Robin losing his shield and the stealth device on a Mega Leader. That was a key loss, I feel, for Perry here. It really got him back in this game because Robin had an initial advantage with the whole positional points fortress thing and obviously Palp, but for Perry to be able to not have only traded, he had to trade one of his ships for Palp. That's usually how that's going to go down. But for him to have traded Palp for one of his ships as well as Omega Leader's stealth device, I feel was a really good trade.
Yeah,
in that exchange there, Aaron. What are your insights on how what went down?
I'd agree. A little lead for Perry. That's nice. Now I'm not crazy about Talonbane's position here.
No, it could be better.
But on the other hand, Omega Leader's position isn't great either.
Yeah, what does Ollie do? Is he 2 sloop left?
Don't think that'll fit. And doing that without any tokens, that'd be bad news.
Yeah, I mean he can 1 turn right and try and block Fenn's 2 bank.
1 turn right. Yeah.
I don't see many places where Fenn can go where he's not taking a range 1 shot from Quick Draw that involves expertise and possibly a target lock.
Yeah.
I mean, Fenn can usually tank shots, but it's better if he gets up at that range 1 and he has a focus token at least. And this is sad Fenn. This is push the limit Fenn.
Yeah.
But he did not take a stress token previous round, I should say.
Yes, so he's cleared to do what he wants.
Could do the 3 bank. The 3 bank right. My money says that fits.
Yeah, I would not gamble on that. I mean, I would not take that side of the bet.
No, if you 3 bank right with Fenn, you barrel roll ship left up board and push to focus, then following turn your 2 turn comes down here and you're right where Quick Draw is.
Yeah, I think the 3 bank with Fenn will put him in the debris.
The debris.
The debris.
What are our players going to do? And more importantly, is Perry going to remember to take his Thweek token back from Robin?
That could be a tragic mistake. Now, I left 3 of my cards with Steven after last game. So I have to remember to get those back.
That's okay. Just a reminder to anybody who ever borrows cards from the PTL, we do break thumbs. We're happy to lend cards out at one of the many places across Toronto where our league likes to meet. Aaron, you want to remind the viewers where we like to meet up?
I think we did that already, man.
We sure did.
We're here at 401 Games on Wednesday, and you can come on down and check it out. Tuesdays face-to-face. And we're looking at Fridays, Sword and Board, and Game School, different days of the night. And also X-Planet. We forgot to mention X-Planet. You still doing Monday nights at X-Planet?
Monday nights have been tough the last few weeks. Typically Jeff Asiri and I run that boat, and Jeff's in the process of becoming a father.
Oh, well, good for him.
The effect
Congrats.
part of it, not the cause part of it. But yeah, X-Planet's definitely something you want to kick up. And of course, folks, if you're listening and you're over the age of 19 and legal drinking age, we do meet for Beer Wing in the Junction at Seascape on occasion.
Which is moved.
Oh, it moved.
Yeah.
I am amazed. Where did it move to?
Down the street.
Oh, okay. So same area. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
I haven't been there to
enough.
check it out, and I don't know the new address, but that's the deal.
They must have needed more space for the robots versus wrestlers that they do in their basement sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For their events of various kinds.
Okay, so Palp went poof. Perry's dials are set, and Robin is meticulously contemplating all aspects of his existence metaphysically in the universe right now.
Looks like he's got quick draws dialed down, so it's all about Omega Leader here.
I mean, it's not an easy answer to a question, is where is Omega Leader going to go?
I think you were right the first time, just hard one right. Did you say that?
I did say that at one point, but I do say a lot of things, so...
Well, he's got to get working on that lock. Got to build his token stack back up.
Yeah, all he's not too useful, but he's got no tokens.
Yeah.
And, if you have to choose between a focus evade or a target lock, which do you choose?
Target lock, I think, to start. I mean, especially in this situation where he's got no chance of having Talonbane come back on him. Maybe Fen, but it won't be a quality shot.
Well, I mean, Robin's got all the advantage here, if you ask me, right? We got a tie game, 25 minutes left. Mm-hmm. All that needs to happen is one player lose one ship, and it's over.
It's over.
So if Robin can snipe the Kirax fighter, or Perry can finish off Omega Leader, then either of them win.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot easier to do for Robin. It's easier to kill a Kirax fighter than it is to kill Omega Leader or Quickdraw.
Definitely Quick Draw.
Shockingly enough, going for a 2 sloop.
Now, I said this wouldn't fit. And
Actually, this is a 2 bank left. Apologies, not a sloop. You're convinced it doesn't fit. We're going to find out right now from
we will.
Our judge, which is a 35-year-old Jason Mraz with his fedora.
Damn, you were right, Tim. Imaginary points to you.
Welcome to X-Wing at 401 Games, where the ships are made up and the points don't matter.
All right, so he's in a good position here.
Yeah, I mean, it could be worse.
So he goes with the evade token.
Okay, so Talonbane taking the 1 bank, as originally expected. Not a terrible spot to be. Might actually set up Robin for what we like to call the dream, which is the range 1 in both arc shots of Quick Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Talonbane going to have to decide whether or not he is going to go for a block or whether or not he is going to try and actually...
Yeah, very confident move there on Perry's part.
Yeah, definitely ready to take a barrel roll. Not a terrible idea. The Kirax fighters sporting 2K turns. Remind me, Aaron, a 5 and a 4 or a 5 and a 3?
5, and I think it's a 3. Can't be sure, though.
Okay. We're going to find out probably in a turn or two, so we'll know just then.
So I would not take the second action there. I think, nope, he's going to.
Debris Gambit for an evade. Worried that Robin's going to hopscotch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
This is interesting, see, because if Perry has called this properly, then he's done it brilliantly, because what he's done is he's blocked the intervening space between Talonbane and Fen so that Quick Draw would bump Talonbane and have to go toe-to-toe with Fen. The question or not is whether or not Robin saw this coming and slooped to his left. Oh, well, there you go.
Report from the table. There we go.
He could be being facetious. We'll find out shortly. Okay, so Fen taking target lock and focus.
He's
Fen,
all in, baby.
Oh, I mean, Fen Rao, probably one of the easiest pieces in the world to tank 2 range 1 shots from Quick Draw. Quick Draw going to be able to mod the first shot with expertise and the second shot with target lock expertise. But then again, Quick Draw might just lose all his her shields here.
Yeah, I mean, this was about the best that Perry could do, and I mean, props to him. This is some nice positioning. This really gives him the opportunity to flip things the other way before he starts to lose too much of Talonbane.
Question from the chat this evening about whether or not our judge who wears the fedora like Jason Mraz sings like Jason Mraz. No, he sings better, is the answer.
Here we got him.
We
five dice
coming
from
from Perry
Talonbane.
with initiative.
Oh.
All the crits.
And the target locked one. Does he spend the focus? Does he keep it?
Perry deciding about whether or not he's going to put the focus and try and get some crits into Quick Draw. Quick Draw with no defensive tokens at all.
Yeah.
Could very well lose his shit and eat a crit.
He's playing cautious.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. He's about to take 2 shots from.
He will, yeah. First one unmodded, second one with target lock.
Part of me wanted to be like Palpatine here and do it.
Yes.
No. It is the cautious move.
What do we have here? We have 2 evades. Wow.
So Quick Draw losing 2 shields. Robin continuing to roll evades like it's his job.
Yep.
All right, so we've got the retaliation shot coming first.
Then we got
expertise for 3.
Oh, 3. Yep, you're right.
Fen going to roll 4 dice at range 1 with the title.
Yep. What do we got? 2 evades plus the free one. Nothing. Yep. Nothing at all.
SFA from the first shot there, and then whether or not Robin remembers or not. Concord Dawn title procking there. Robin going to have to remember. Yep, here comes a regular shot.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick question on whether or not Robin was going to remember that one. Going to spend that target lock, try and re-roll those blanks.
See if you can get forward. No, just 2. And to Fen, that's almost completely irrelevant.
Fen Rao laughing maniacally, wondering why, oh why, did I not spend my focus token?
Yeah, he's fine. It was close, though. It was close. Had Robin rolled better, he would have got hit.
Okay, so as we know, in a game with Quick Draw, every shield that he has, is, as long as he has shields, is essentially like having another ship in your...
Yep.
Okay, so here we are after about 3 rounds of combat. We got 20 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we only have 20 minutes left.
Yeah, I know.
Where'd that time go?
I think that that round with all the positioning, the guy with the hat showed up.
Oh, the cluster duck?
Yeah. Now, I think if I'm Perry here, I'm thinking disengage, take my time, risk the final salvo.
Unfortunately, both of Perry's ships are stressed. So Quick Draw are going to be able to do just a leisurely 1 bank left or even a 3 straight forward and get rear arc shots on 1 or both of Perry's ships here. I mean, Talonbane could 1 bank left, Debris Gambit, and possibly get 2 evade tokens from these 2 rocks here.
Good point.
He would only, of course, be able to spend 1 of them because of the FAQ clarification. I've got the PTL target locks spelling it all out on stream, reminding folks that best spot to find X-Wing in and around the Southern Ontario area is, in fact, Toronto.
So I'd say if I were Quick Draw, I wouldn't bother with the back arc shots. They're not very good. They're probably not going to do much damage to these guys, if any at all.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Robin's probably just going to fight the clock and go for the kill shot on Talonbane with no time left.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got Fen locked, but it's not great.
Yeah, it's a very good point. If Quick Draw sloops, he loses his expertise as well. Yep. So 2 modded dice being better than 3 dice only partly modded.
But then he's behind them.
Mega Leader very far out of position. Decided to go with a evade token first.
Mm-hmm. This is still anybody's game. And it may come to a final salvo if they play at the rate they've been playing.
Which is positively Glacier at some points, but it's all right. Sometimes in X-Wing, you got to think twice.
You do, absolutely. People complain about other people taking too much time, but you got to think about your moves and your actions. You got to take that time.
Yeah, what you spend fretting, you'll lose in the long run if you just make snap choices.
Absolutely.
It's just a debris cloud. No problem. I'll just fly over that.
And I can't possibly get another crit.
No, I mean, I've rolled all the crits I could possibly roll in one game.
on yourself.
Okay, so we've got one turn from Omega Leader. Looks like he's going to charge up his target lock.
Yep. Probably locking Fen. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Fen definitely being the biggest danger here for Omega Leader. If Perry can finish off Quick Draw, then he's got this game. I mean, Quick Draw is a lot easier and a lot squishier than Omega Leader. All right, so we got a 2 straight coming from the Kirax fighter.
I think it's a 2 bank, which is green, I believe.
3 a.m. over in the UK. Not exactly sure why you're still awake watching us at 3 a.m., but we love you anyway for doing it.
Tries for the Debris Gambit.
Looks good to me.
Gets the 1 of A token. Probably going to be enough to satisfy that rear arc shot from Quick Draw. Fen going to do the 2 turn. Probably boost and power himself up for coming up and going toe-to-toe with Quick Draw on the following turn. We will probably get about 3 turns more before this game is over there, Aaron.
Yep. And if Fen can keep himself behind Omega Leader, just chase him from behind, then he's in pretty good shape.
God, I love me some push the limit Fen.
Yeah.
Only thing I love more is an Atani Fen.
I lean PTL Fen myself. But soon, in 2.0, won't even need PTL.
No, everybody gets PTL. You get red actions linked together.
And then it'll be Fearless Fen or Outmaneuver Fen.
I like what they did. They took all the isness out of the words. Like, it's no longer fearlessness, it's just fearless.
Yeah, I always wondered what was going on with that extra syllable addiction thing they had.
I'm sure it makes it a lot easier to translate the cards into other languages, considering how effed English is.
Yeah.
And we have these crazy words in our language, like live and live, which are spelt the same way, pronounced slightly different, and mean 2 completely different things.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy.
English. As languages go, it's the dog's breakfast.
Yeah, I prefer Klingon.
Yeah.
Personally. But
Never learned to speak that.
No?
Despite that should have inherited. It's
3
just
bank.
a 3 bank. Are they both going to just go for the final salvo? What the heck?
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that either of these players have final salvo. Perry less so by choice. But honestly, Robin did need to get out of there and recharge his Omega Leader's tokens and come about. I mean, Fen Rao is an incredibly dangerous knife pit fighter. If you spend too much time in close quarters with him, you're going to regret it.
Yeah. So as Masta points out, 4 versus 6 dice is pretty terrible odds for Robin.
Yeah, it is terrible odds, for sure.
On the final salvo. Quick Draw is going to take a back arc shot at a tokenless Fen.
If only the final salvo were green dice, I would say Robin has the advantage, but it's not.
So we got 1 crit, spend the lock. So we got hit crit.
So he's shooting at Fen then.
Yeah,
okay,
this
so
is
it's
not
range
great for Fen.
2.
And he gets the 2 of AIDS.
Last
Laddies.
maniacally. The Rowest of all Fens, the Fen Rao, the original Foul, the OG Fen Rao, laughing it off. Rao belongs in a fighter jet, not a bloody ladybug with a little rear arc thing going on there. The Shethapi. What is that? No, I get it. Rebel Fen.
Yeah.
Star Wars Rebels show. Good one. Check it out. I'm wondering if it's Master Rasta 1996 from the UK. Could it possibly be the infamous Master Rasta, the one and only?
That'd be my guess. I mean, would somebody else take his name on him?
It wouldn't be the first time. I actually went on sometime to Twitch, and there was somebody with the name Jeremy is the best Howard, and it wasn't Jeremy or Duncan Howard.
Yeah.
So, go figure.
So if I see a T. Ralphs on a chat, I should question that?
It's not me.
Masta says I'm from Germany, not the UK, so totally different dude.
Well, that's okay. We love all shapes and sizes here in Canada.
Canada, the land of the Canada.
The land of legal cannabis as of yesterday. Woo! Interesting.
I know some people are thrilled about that.
Like our new premier. Anyway, we're getting off topic here. Imperial dials down. Fen Rao deciding how he's going to come about this. Doesn't want to chase quick draw too aggressively. Let's not forget, folks, that although quick draw only gets those 2 dice out that rear arc, being at range 2 makes Fen Rao a sad panda.
Indeed.
He doesn't like range 2, doesn't like being there, doesn't want any of that because he gets none of his tricks, none of his defensive mods. And quick draw has that nasty one forward on the TIE SF dial, so it's easy for him to range chain those 2 dice and just put those fully modded 2 dice through. Fen Rao Kid touched his. Just lively on the chat this afternoon.
Indeed.
Loving all of the love that you folks are sending our way. We love casting you. We love bringing you exciting PTL matches from our wonky league as well as premier FFG events, but none of it could be possible without the tireless efforts of Victor and Travis from VWTV Live. So don't forget to run all over to their YouTube page, like, subscribe, share their Facebook.
Visit their Patreon.
Yeah, let them know they got their Patreon up and running now, and they're happy to
take donations. Drop them a donation, money or blood, either one. No, not blood. Just kidding.
No, not blood. I mean, give the blood to the blood bank. Travis does accept hugs. It's true though.
I've never even tried to hug him.
I pay my Patreon dues in hugs.
Really?
With Travis. They're soft yet firm at the same time.
So we've got a. There we go. We've got a Mega Leader doing the sloop, which I think was a really good choice.
I mean, what? Yeah. Mega Leader's got the lockdown on Fen, which means he's going to get the extra dice.
I think the best move for Fen, yes, is to dis the heck engage.
Fen has to spend time and give Talonbane enough chance to get back in the fight. Talonbane can be the linchpin here. He has no answer for it because you have 2 people that shoot 5 dice at range 1. You can't lock them both.
Right.
Both of them want to gut punch you.
Yeah.
You have to find a way to stay out of both of their ways. Now, Talonbane...
Plus, this Talonbane is fly, debris gambit, experimental interface, ion dischargers.
He's recharged now. He did it 2 turns ago. We know that he's back to full strength. I mean...
he is the flyest Talonbane ever was.
I'm really enjoying the build. The EI debris gambit is another example of a fun... unique flair that Perry has put on a few of his lists this season. Got the sloop coming from Quick Draw. Robin ready to charge.
So that was a great call on Perry's part, anticipating that stuff, the disengage. Because now, and disengaging, so now Perry is just threatening, hey man, I'm just going to fly around in circles.
Well, I mean, Fen can Fen can 1 turn, focus, right? Taking... all the thing he needs to, and that would give Talonbane enough time to get back into the fight, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if I'm Perry, though, I don't even want to take range 3 shots from a Mega Leader. He's got juke. He's got a lock on Fen.
It is true. It is true.
Now, a Mega Leader can 2-turn to the north.
Yeah, I mean, Omega Leader's got, what, 2 turns that are green, 2 banks that are green.
Yeah.
2 straight, 3 straight. I don't think Talonbane's going to get a shot this turn, but he will definitely be in a position to follow up and probably get to shoot the last or second last round of the game.
Well, I think you're right. We see a nice fast move from TBC. Get him coming in fast.
TB to the CEO. I love Talonbane. There's Scott Ross out from London, and his son came in for a GNK. I believe they're also in the VWTV archives at one point.
Yeah.
Where Sam Ross brought 3 Kiraxes. It was Victor Hell, Talonbane Cobra, and Justero. The 3 of them, and they all had ion pulse dischargers and shields and all that fun stuff.
I think we cast that sucker together.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Memories.
Nostalgia 5.
Nostalgia 5. All right, so looks like Fen either disengages wholly here or he eats some shots from Mega Leader. It's only a 2 straight from Talonbane. What is Perry playing at?
Fen Rao in a position of 1 turn, take a focus target lock on Quick Draw, finish that other shield off while he's at range 3 and he's got auto thrusters with the focus token, zoom in there and gut punch him the following turn.
Well, that's what he's doing.
Perry realizing he's got probably just enough time to do that. Right.
Does he barrel roll back and get himself more dice?
I thought he was going to be a little bit further.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
Playing it defensive. Push for that there.
Well,
focus.
I mean, if he had stuck there and taken his shots, then he's in a really terrible position for the following turn with that 2-bank, probably not getting past that debris cloud, and the 2-turn getting too far past the debris cloud. So.
Oh, wow. There's not going to be a shot for quick draw here.
Perry really does not want Omega Leader to have range here because it might be range 3 obstructed, but Omega Leader's got Jute charged up, and it could still go pretty badly. Yeah. So this is 2 versus 5.
Well, this is Fenn shooting first.
Oh, Fenn shooting first. That's right.
Yeah.
Perry rolling
trip blanks.
Wowzers.
That's fine. He just needs to survive here. And
I feel your pain, Barry. Oh, we do have range.
Maybe. Look at that
Put your finger on the back of the
old,
quick draw, put your
terrible
finger on the back.
range ruler. Get that thing out of here.
We'll have to give him a new range ruler at the PTL Open later this season there, Aaron.
Yes. Register early. Well, wait for us to get the damn site up and everything going.
Devin going to judge that out of range. The range ruler does fit between the two pieces.
Yeah, I can't see what's going on there.
Well, we can't see behind his left hand, but it looks like the range ruler is sliding all over the place.
So, well, I guess we'll see. Yep.
Okay, quick draw getting a range 3.
That's huge, folks.
Quick draw going to get a range 3 obstructed shot.
That's a Mega Leader.
Oh, it is Omega Leader. Okay.
So there was no shot there.
No arc from quick draw.
And all the dice, and juke doesn't matter. Whoa. I hear the laughs coming off from over there.
That is a lot of natties.
It was.
That is an obscene amount of natties.
Well, that was huge for Perry. There's only 5 minutes left. I'm going to go tell him that.
Thank you, Aaron, for reminding them. Aaron off to remind our players that they have entered the late game. All the marbles now on the table. It's anybody's game, folks. One ship dies, we got a winner. No ships die, we got a final salvo.
We do. And what could be more exciting?
Final salvos are always fun. I like it when it's an inadvertent final salvo more.
Yeah.
Not that I'm, calling any names out. Tristan.
Chris Field says, you guys are both great commentators, great voices, and you know your stuff.
Aww.
Well, we try.
What? Show your love to us through VTV Live.
Indeed. They have a Patreon. They're fantastic.
Red hot awesome X-Wing comment from the cold white north. Folks, don't forget as well, this is only the semifinals of Season 11.
We will have a final match.
The epic showdown between Stephen Buoy, and the winner of this match going to be coming to you within the next week or two.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm in the charming Caribbean of Mexico next week, so I will not be casting, sadly, but I will be watching intently.
Awesome.
From my cell phone on the Wi-Fi, or the Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi. Now, interesting fact, we have a rookie off. We're the top 2 rookies in the league. That is people who are new to the league, usually in their first season, play a special match. And Perry and Steve Buoy played one for the top rookie.
Wow. So if Perry wins this game, we get a rookie off mirror
they have
grudge
to do
match.
it again. Yeah.
Amazing.
So Perry came out on top in that one. Flying Han and AP5. And he had another ship, forget what it was, versus Defenders.
Yep. I love how you say that with just the slightest bit of decrescendo at the end of your voice.
It's been a Defender
against Defenders.
It's been a Defender-heavy top cut this season.
That's okay. Defenders are fun.
They are fun.
Not.
I'm scared of them in 2.0. Just scared.
They look epic in 2.0, but so does the E-Wing.
Yep.
E-Wing looks equally nasty. There's a lot of stuff out there.
The E-Wing with its built-in long-range scanners. Hey, I got a target lock and a proton torpedo. Hey, I got 2 proton torpedoes.
Excellent question from the chat about whether or not a 5 straight barrel left from Omega Leader could block Fenn. I'm going to put a hard no on that one there, bud.
So we got 2 straight. He's trying to keep arc for this remaining 3 minutes, hoping to catch Fenn, hoping Fenn is dumb enough to swerve in front of him. We will see.
I mean, Fenn taking a turn there would get a range 1 through a debris cloud, but you're never going to hit Omega Leader.
And the man, the myth, the legend, TBC, is coming in, but a bit too little too late.
We might get one more turn. I mean, all you have to do is make it to the planning phase.
You're right.
So Talonbane could barrel roll here and zoom up and try and take shots on Omega Leader the following turn. But unless Fen manages to gut punch Quick Draw this turn, Aaron, I think it's fair to say we're probably going to get a final salvo.
Final salvo. So Firene says, pay attention to me. Hey, dude. How you doing?
It's Kyle Thompson. Don't pay attention to them. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Answer another question on the chat. Yes, there will be Tie D in 2.0, because if there isn't, I'm going to make one. I just love Tie D that much. 3-bank from Fen Rao, going way off to the right-hand side there.
Yeah. I think what we're seeing here is Perry going, yeah, sure, final salvo sounds fine to me.
Well, if Quick Draw comes in with a 1-bank, it'll probably be Concord Dawn active. If he comes in with anything else, Jade, basically, I think that we're going to get... Oh, yep. Quick Draw probably going to have to barrel roll into a better spot there.
It's a nice shot for Quick Draw.
Yeah. Definitely a nice shot for Quick Draw. I don't feel like you're going to kill Fen here, though.
No, not with his 4 hull.
Not with 4 hull, no. Especially if Fen doesn't get a revenge shot. Talonbane to shoot first. Looks like range 2.
He dare not shoot a Quick Draw.
No, he can't shoot a Quick Draw. He mustn't shoot a Quick Draw. Yeah, defenders definitely get shredded by real medalists, but we don't play medalists in Toronto. Come on.
So nothing hit there.
We like scraping the bottom of the jank tank here in Toronto.
We do. We like our whack lists.
Doesn't look like Fen's got arc, so Quick Draw going to take his range 1, target lock and expertise.
And here's
Robin going to teal that one there. Looks like modding for 4. No crits. Fen Rao going to roll 4 dice with a focus. No Concord title.
And
takes 1. Laughs maniacally.
You don't care.
No, Fen doesn't care. Unless you're getting a rear arc shot from Nora through a debris cloud and you roll 5 blanks, Fen Rao doesn't care. Did you cast that one for me as well?
Don't think so. Don't think that was me.
One of my better moments.
Yeah.
But my dice.
My dice. What can I do about my dice?
Fen Rao's stressed. Going to be in a tough position to get a shot next turn. I don't think he's going to before the time's over here.
They are discussing whether or not they're doing dials.
Okay, so we're just going to talk with the judge here and decide whether or not we're going to do judge. Looks like the dials are down.
I'm going to go see if they're final salvoing or what.
Both players just discussing the epic match. Before we get to either the next planning phase or the final salvo, folks, one last shout out. Again, to VTV Live for all the effort they do. We're going to ask Travis to put the link to their Patreon up in the chat here. And don't forget to tune in within the next 2 weeks for the PTL Season 11 final. Mazda 1996, yes, they did pick up dials to that, sir. But, yeah, we are going final salvo, folks. These are 2 players that would rather just have it out right now in dice. So it is going to be 6 dice versus 4 dice. Quick Draw's primary weapon value is 2.
Yep.
It's the title that gives him the 3rd one, so printed value only. We've got 6 versus 4. Heavily advantaged to Perry, but this is a dice game.
It is dice.
So we're going to have Devin mediating it. We're not going to probably do the dice tray. We're probably going to do it on the mat.
I don't know what they're doing up here. They're doing some stuff. Victor's up there, so he's telling him.
Okay, we are going to the dice.
Okay, so somebody's rolling dice here. This is Perry's hands.
Perry's going to go first.
Perry rolls.
All the eyeballs. 2 hits.
Oh.
Wow. Well, that's my kingdom for an eyeball on that one.
Yep.
Okay, so Robin going to roll his 4.
Here it comes.
He needs hit crit or better.
One crit. Barry moves on.
The laws of math crushing both these players in the end, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have Perry Lowe versus Stephen Bowie
in a rematch.
The epic PTL rookie match, grudge rematch in a very short order. Salt token has been spent. Maximum lols.
Maximum lols.
Live again from 401 Games, folks. I'm Timbo Slice.
I'm Aaron Pete.
And we're going to sign off.